Hey, what's going on? And let's start geeking on Walt Disney World. Hey, Disney World geeks, Curtis Stone here, and welcome to episode 391 of the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast. And this week we review the resorts, restaurants, food, and happenings at the Grand Geekin' Gathering with 5 of my super geek ladies. And you're going to get lots of perspectives from our roundtable guests. And I've got Auntie Judy, Jamie Givens, Samantha Kuhn, Deirdre Watts, Amy Rhoads, and Wendy Fox. And I've been chatting with fun people like these guys who are Disney World fans and geeks for 7 years. Yeah, it's our birthday this week. Thanks, Kermit. April 2nd, the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast was born, and that was the intro from the very first episode I just played for you guys. And I remember starting the podcast with my daughter Lindsay on our dining room table. I was just listening back to an episode that Glenn Kessler and I did with Lindsay back on episode 11 talking about DVC. I should go back and listen to some of those first recordings. I know that first one was really awkward at first as I was trying to articulate what the podcast I thought was going to be about, and it just felt a little weird until Lindsay, my daughter, started having a conversation like we always had and still do about Disney World. And it got so easy that it doesn't really sound that much different. I guess I got some better equipment, some better microphones, and I'm loving my brand new desk. I have my own office. There won't be any dogs barking in the background. It's quieter in this studio that I've set up, but it's so cool to have been so consistent over the last 7 years talking about our Disney World trips and bringing on you guys, our Disney World geeks, to tell their trip stories. This roundtable today, it's so representative of our Geekin' family. The ladies that are coming on are so awesome, and they're caring and generous, and we do encourage a family atmosphere here on the podcast. And before too long, they started calling me their podfather, and I continue to bring on listeners to tell their Disney World stories. And we'd love for you to join our Geekin' family. We have an amazing private discussion group on Facebook. Search for Geekin' on WDW Family, and it's a group, not a page. There's a little difference in Facebook. I know a lot of people usually call it the page, but it is a private Facebook group, and you can ask questions, share your trip pictures, and engage with one of the best group of Disney World geeks on the internet. And we're also independent Disney authorized travel agents with Fairy Tale Concierge. And whether you're new to Disney World or you like to chat with us to work on your trip ideas, I know Mama and Auntie Judy were just talking to a client. I think we're going to give her a shout out here in a minute when the Traveling Tiaras come on and join me for their weekly segment, Talking with the Traveling Tiaras. Don't forget you can email them at travelingtiaras@gmail.com. They love to hear when you're planning your trip, how many people are going, who's going, and they'll get right after that. They'll help you book that room and fast passes and dining reservations. Mom was up early this morning, 6 a.m., booking some dining reservations for a client. You know, many of our listeners like to book their trips with us just to thank us for the podcast. Some of them even just transfer that booking, even though they're great planners themselves. They like transferring that booking over to us to give our travel agents credit. It doesn't cost you anything to do it. And you'll get a chance to talk to Auntie Judy and Mama, and you're going to talk to them. Let's talk to them right now. Here they are. We're going to go talking with the Traveling Tiaras. Hello, Mom and Judy.
Hello. Hi, Curtis. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's springtime.
Well, it doesn't feel like it today.
No, it's a cold and wet and rainy, yucky day.
I'm also excited. You know what? I'm 7 years old on Friday.
What?
Already? Wow.
Are you just like, huh?
And what world is this? This Curtis world. Okay, now I get it.
The podcasting world.
7 years old. Whoopee!
That's cool.
Wow.
Here goes the song again.
Oh, the bodies are getting bones are getting.
I'm not sure what Ken's building in the cellar, but I think he's working on the floor. He's redoing the bathroom floor. I think he's cutting the wood for that.
Yeah, 7 years. I really haven't missed a week, and that's something to do for 7 years in a row.
That's really awesome.
Can you count up? Can you just even begin to even estimate how many hours you've put into this?
Oh my gosh.
It's probably at least a 7-year-old kid's lifetime is what you put into it.
It's a great question, Margita. And I think I try to say it takes about 10 hours to do the show, but that doesn't count all the interactions with people. Like,
right.
I don't even know where that adds up to, but between the editing and all.
Right.
I was just listening to a couple shows. I wanted to listen back to Glenn Kessler's first episode just because I'm going to talk to him about reminiscing back to when he first came on the show and talking about DVC. And the show sounded, I thought it sounded pretty good. I didn't edit out a bunch of the ums and ahs and stuff like that, but the conversations that Lindsay and I had, Lindsay was on that show. I think pretty soon after about the first 20 minutes of the show, it got really comfortable and hasn't really, I don't think, changed that much. A little few things here and there, but.
Well, I think like with time, you just age better, it gets better with age.
Like fine wine.
Fine wine. You just age better. Yeah.
I've got better equipment. I have my own office, my own desk. I'm not in the dining room.
Used to be in the dining room, right?
Oh, I remember coming over to your house one time and sitting in your dining room.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
I remember buying the microphone for that recording.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. Boy, that seems like 100 years ago. It doesn't seem like only 7 years ago, doesn't it?
I know. Well, this is the part of the show where we like to have you guys talk to some of our new listeners. We've got a couple people that's joined the private Facebook group. I've had a bunch lately, and I know you guys have had some new clients too, but I want to give a shout out to Lori Bodenheimer.
Hi, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
Welcome to the Geekin family. And she had one thing she said she'd like to know more about, things that we could talk about on the podcast. And she just said hidden magic. That one intrigued me. And I know we like to read those books that talk about, in fact, I want to incorporate this into maybe a scavenger hunt for sure, because we had a lot of fun. Judy's actually on this episode today with 4 other of our super geek ladies. We talk about the scavenger hunt, which was a lot of fun.
Oh, such fun.
But I thought I'd have you guys, we've talked about these things in the past. I gave you a little time to do some research. Can you tell me a couple hidden magic things at Disney World? Mom, you want to go first this time?
Sure. Let Judy go first. I'm curious to see what she's got. She said she's got a really good one.
Oh.
Listen, I want to see if I knew what it was.
Pressure's on.
I do listen to 2 other podcasts besides you, Curtis.
Okay.
And I was listening to one today, and I heard a piece of information that I was fascinated by, and all the times that I've been to the park, I never thought of this. And I never really put it together. Maybe I'm totally out in La La Land and everybody else says, oh yeah, we've already known about this, but here we go.
Okay.
So we all know that Disney has given lots and lots of thought to how they lay everything out, how they theme everything, how it all flows together. Yeah. Well, in Frontierland, they have the Rivers of America that kind of flows through that whole area. So if you start at Big Thunder Mountain and you follow along the Rivers of America and it flows along, Big Thunder Mountain is basically themed after Monument Valley out in Arizona, Utah area, right?
Okay. Yep.
Right.
Flows along and you pass Pecos Bill. And Pecos Bills is kind of themed about the Southwest, New Mexico area. And you keep flowing along the river. And now you all come to the Country Bear Jamboree, which basically takes place and is themed kind of Colorado, the mountains, the moons, and the animals. Okay. We're going to continue flowing along. and we come to the Frontierland Shooting Arcade, which is like Texas.
Okay.
The Wild West area.
We're touring
the West. We keep flowing along, and we come to the Diamond Horseshoe Review, that building, and it's kind of like St. Louis, the gateway to the West. Kind of the speakeasies of the Mississippi, when the riverboats would go up and down the river.
Yeah.
Keep moving east, and we come to Liberty Tree Tavern and the Hall of Presidents, which is Philadelphia. We moved east through the country, and we end up at the Haunted Mansion, which in Disney World is themed after the big old mansions on the Hudson River in New York. And that whole back area follows the route of the country. So if you start at the Haunted Mansion and you go west, and you end up in the west with Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah.
I never, ever dreamed or realized that that's what it was.
So many great facts about that.
What an amazing job they did of the theming to pull it all together. And the river of America flows through the whole thing.
Hence the name.
Rivers of America.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I'm going to start reading. I've got a book on the Haunted Mansion. I've got other history books. I thought, it'd be neat to give little trivia tidbits like that too.
Nice.
Had you ever heard of that, Kurt?
No, that's the first time I've heard that. So
I never heard of it either, but
I've heard versions of that story. I've heard the version of Liberty Square.
Why the cement is brown.
Yep. Yeah. Because they used to dump garbage sewage into streets.
And there's also bathrooms in that whole area. Yeah. There's no bathrooms in that area. You have to go through the walkway.
Makes you wonder, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's why, and they did it that way.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
So that's my little hidden fact.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That'll be your job, to do a little research.
Become the historian, or not the historian, the trivia monger or whatever.
Trivia, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
All right, Mom, you got one?
Really intense trivia, though. I mean, nobody could really play those kind of trivia games without those kind of questions.
But I just thought
fun to
such an interesting fact. Such an interesting
totally
fact.
Great. Yeah.
I listened to that today coming home from church. I thought, wow, that makes so much sense.
It does. Yeah, there's always a reason for everything. It's done very logically, right? Yeah.
Very logical.
Okay, so you want my little hidden things?
Yep.
Now, okay, I kind of focused on the Haunted Mansion because I always see stuff in there, right?
Okay.
And maybe some people know some of these, maybe you don't. For those of you that don't, here we go. All right, so you know that Madame Leota, she was actually an Imagineer named Leota Toombs. Isn't it funny that her name is Toombs also? Tombstone? There's just so many little synchronicities. So Leota Toombs, they actually used her face in the seance room in the crystal ball, right?
Right.
But it's not her voice. She had a very sweet voice. Her voice was too sweet to be ominous like Leota.
Okay.
So the voice is Eleanor Audley, and she was Madame Tremaine, Lady Tremaine in Cinderella.
Okay.
And also she voiced Maleficent.
Oh, wow.
You do hear Leota Toombs' actual voice at the very end of the ride as little Leota with that really sweet voice. That's her real voice.
That's cool.
That is cool, right?
Yeah, let me add to that. I believe the picture of the person doing little Leota is her daughter.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard too. I actually first heard that it was Leota, actually, but then I heard that it was her daughter.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
I'll have to look that up.
The little one is scary.
Oh, that was scary.
That was scary.
Okay, so let me tell you a little bit more too. You all know Thurl Ravenscroft, right?
No.
The Haunted Mansion. Tony the Tiger. He voices Tony the Tiger. Right?
Oh, yeah.
He also, is one of
the voice of the ride. Yeah.
Right. He's one of the singing busts. He also plays the pirates, several of the pirates in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Wow.
He also voices Buff the Buffalo in the Country Bears.
Oh, okay.
And he's also Fritz from the Tiki 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 Room.
Oh, my goodness.
Right?
You know what you're making me think of, Mom? You've said this to me too. The people, the faces, what do you call those? The
Animatronics.
The busts.
yeah, the animatronics. I was with Deirdre. We were on the spaceship Earth. And one of the faces there, I'm trying to remember where in Spaceship Earth, but she goes, that one is somewhere else. And it's the girl that's in Carousel of Progress. Like it was the same.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you always would tell me about those. They have the same mold, I guess. As the
I've also heard
they repurpose them sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
some of the Spaceship Earth people are also faces of the Hall of Presidents.
Right.
Yes.
Like Herbert Hoover is
one of the presidents and
yeah.
make him an Egyptian or Roman or something.
Yep.
That's what Mom has said to me before. Yeah.
Yeah, that he was from the presidents. Okay, and the last one is there's a classic hidden Mickey in the Haunted Mansion in the swinging wake in the ballroom. When you look down at the table setting, there's 3 plates, classic hidden Mickey. So look for that.
All right.
Now, I heard something about that. I heard that it wasn't supposed to be that, and cast members go and they put it like that, and then somebody else will go and they'll move it.
Oh,
that wasn't original. That they keep moving them like
through. That.
Yeah,
and of course, everybody knows about the ring outside. I've seen it a couple times. There's a ring embedded in the ground, which supposedly is the bride's ring. I don't think I've seen it the last couple of visits. I really haven't looked too hard, but they say that
ring was really. That ring really was a pole that was in the ground that they had to cut off. And then somebody said, oh, it was the ring. So the Imagineers kind of changed it to be that.
Yeah.
Well, there's actually a ring with a stone on it in there now somewhere.
Yeah, they changed it to that. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's
great story.
There's so many goodies in there. So many goodies in the Haunted Mansion.
I just did a couple. I did a Google. I got to run this Haunted Mansion one past you, Margita. If you look at the board with the waiting times and it says there's a 13-minute wait, then head right over. It means that there's no queue.
Right. There's no wait time. Yeah. 13 is the default for Haunted Mansion. No wait time.
So it also applies to Twilight Zone's Tower of Terror.
Yes. You see the 13 also there too.
All right. Well, I didn't know that one. The other one.
Very cool.
Rock and Roller Coaster. Check out the license plates on the car. They include 1QK Limo, You Go Girl, Bye-Bye, Too Fast for You, and H8TR FFC. I don't know.
What is that?
I don't know. That's, I guess
say it again, spell it. H what?
H8TR. Oh, terrific. H8TR.
H hard rock, maybe hard rock or something?
H8TR FFC.
Hatter.
I don't know. Twilight Zone, there is so much hidden magic on this attraction. Just one thing to look out is the plaque on the wall behind the concierge desk. It seems that the hotel has won AAA 13 Diamond Award.
Okay.
Those are.
I guess I'll never see all that stuff, so you'll have to fill me in.
What, Judy? You didn't see it on your last?
Are you kidding? I was in such
lots of goodies in the. I
was having panic attacks going on. Thank you.
Mama's your favorite ride, Peter Pan's Flight. If you look very carefully, you'll see some building blocks. They spell out P-Pan and Disney.
Love that.
Did you know that?
I did know that.
All right. I know you know a lot of those. Good stuff. That was for Lori Bodenheimer. We should do more of that.
Yeah, those are fun.
Talking with the Traveling Tiaras. Katie Peters, welcome to the Geekin family.
Hi, Katie.
She had a couple of things. She said daily itineraries with COVID protocols. I don't know if you guys thought about that, but I don't know that. Well, has anything changed?
So get there early. Get there early.
Probably. Yeah. And be prepared for things to be different. I guess. I mean, I didn't go on the last trip, but.
Well, there's no fast passes.
It's not going to be the same as your previous trips.
No, and you just get there early and decide, if you're going to Magic Kingdom, decide are you going left to Adventureland or are you going right to Fantasyland? Make that choice, because that's going to be your least wait time if you do it at rope drop. And the same thing with, as we said last week, Hollywood Studios, you're either going to go straight into Mickey Minnie's or you're going to go right to Toy Story. Make your choice.
Spend a lot of time eating.
Spend a lot of time. That's a good point, Kurt. Instead of getting a late dinner, get a late lunch, eat a big lunch around 2:00, because that's when the parks tend to be the most crowded, and you can kind of get out of the heat, get out of the crowd, enjoy a nice meal, and then by the time you're done, maybe the crowds will have dissipated.
Yeah.
When we did that beer garden at 2:00, that was kind of nice. When we came out, it was cooler. We were out of the heat of the day.
Yeah.
We spent like 2 hours in there.
Yeah.
That's a really neat thing. And then you can have a little snack or something for, ice
great idea.
Or a funnel cake.
Yeah.
All right. So she also asked about food. You've come to the right podcast. We're going to talk. I thought I'd come up with a topic. Kate Merrow also says anything food related. I said to you guys, we always talk about food, but I thought maybe you could give us 3 of your favorite snacks. I put that have a snack credit. I don't know if we can remember the dining plan snack credits, but you guys have some favorite snacks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Oh, cool.
No problem there. Yeah, the dining plan, we don't know what's happening with the dining plan yet. I'll tell you, the restaurants really not running at full capacity. So if you want to make reservations, boy, you better be prepared with second and third choices, because they're hard to get. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. I think people have had success with getting reservations while you're down in the parks, actually checking that app and getting a reservation at a nice sit down restaurant. So don't lose all hope.
And the other thing that I found is don't feel that you have to get your all-time favorite that you've always gone to. Be flexible. Try something different, because there's always reservations available. It just may not be at a restaurant.
What you were hoping for.
Yeah. I mean, when we were down there, we changed one. We had no reservation one night, and I looked and I saw that Tony's was available. So we took it, and we were very pleasantly surprised. We had a great meal. So
great.
Be willing to try something different, and don't say, I have to get it at such and such a restaurant, because then you might be disappointed. Just go with anything.
Hey, you're going to put us in a world of hurt, because he's going to want to do, Spice Road table.
Is that always open?
Do that. He can do that. And I didn't say Spice Road table. I just said,
We talk about even this episode coming up.
Choice.
This episode coming up, you're going to hear a lot of different restaurants and exactly what Judy just said. And so keep listening to the show. You'll hear lots of geeks trying different things. And you're right. They're all have their good.
They're all, except for Spice Road table.
No, to be fair, we haven't tried it, so we can't go with our negativity yet, because a lot of geeks love it.
Yes,
I know.
Our listeners love it. It's just Mom that doesn't. She doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
Well, the new client you guys were just talking to before we got on here, how did that work out from the UK? Who was your new client?
Let's give her a big shout out and welcome. It's Dre Claremont.
Hey.
Hi again, Dre.
Yeah, she's trying to plan a trip for next April for a couple of weeks. She's over in England, and she is looking forward to it, to get out of lockdown. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's hope it all goes through.
She's a delight to talk with, and we discovered that she's from Texas.
A transplant.
Up there.
Yeah.
So she has a UK accent with a Texas twang, which is very, very pleasant to listen to.
Yeah. So welcome her when you see her in the group.
Yeah, it was great to talk to her really quickly. And I'm glad you guys got that all booked for her. Anything else for this week, guys?
Well, you said you wanted to know what our favorite snacks were?
Yeah. You got some snacks?
Oh, yeah, I have my favorites.
All right.
The funnel cake, it's Sleepy Hollow.
There's one.
That is, you can have that for lunch because I did. It was really good.
Strawberries and cream?
No, I just like it with powdered sugar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
You get strawberries and whipped cream on it, and
that's why I like it.
It's really good. And the one in Epcot's good too, but I there's something about the Magic Kingdom one that's. And then the all-time favorite snack is popcorn.
Yes, Judy loves the popcorn.
Popcorn all the time. Yep.
You do too, Kurt. You're a popcorn guy.
I do. I like the buckets too. They're very addicting.
I bought another one.
Bucket collecting. We got into that a little bit on our last family trip.
Yeah, true.
What's yours, Mom?
Oh, it's easy. Cinnamon roll at Gaston's Tavern.
Yeah, right? She's got to do that every trip.
Yep. And I also really, really like the Peter Pan float at Storybook Treats, which is over by Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, good.
Kind of a newer one.
Kind of a newer one. Sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't. But it's vanilla ice cream. No, it's lime ice cream.
Sprite.
With Sprite. And they put chocolate. And just the whole combination is awesome.
Really good. Really good.
Yep. And then, of course, I've never had this, but you guys talk about it all the time. The spring rolls at the Adventureland cart.
Oh, they're so good.
I've yet to try one of those, but I know you guys love it. And they did go up in price. It's 2 for $9.50 now.
Yeah.
So, and that was a big jump. It was almost $3 for that.
Because it was like $7.50 or something. $7, something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm glad that they're back. Oh.
What's your favorite snack?
Oh my! Well, yeah, I love the cinnamon buns. I think my favorite one is the colossal Mickey head. I love the size, the large snacks for sure. When I ever saw that ice cream sandwich with those gooey chocolate chip cookies that are just humongous with a huge ice cream in the middle.
Like a slab of vanilla ice cream, right?
I mean, I'm a big guy, but that is so filling and rich. But that is the one thing, especially I love the value of everything at Disney World. Yeah, I mean, it costs, but not much different than if a big city or another amusement park, quite honestly. But just the size and the portions, it's
easily splittable with someone too. You know?
Yeah, for sure. That's a tough one.
You know what else is really good for a snack? Is the corn on the cob in the Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, that was a new one.
They grill the corn, and then they soak it in a tub of butter.
Everything's better with butter.
Yeah, it's really good. So if you've never gotten that, it's delicious.
I never have had that.
Speaking of large too, I would love when they did this. I love donuts, and anytime you get a baked good like a bear claw, I love the icing kind of, especially kind of donuts. But when they ever came out with that big Mickey Mouse you get at Starbucks, it's definitely shareable. I remember getting one when Claudia and AJ were there at Magic Kingdom. I bought one of those, and they're huge.
Yeah.
They had them in the Tomorrowland too. They had them. I don't know if they still do. The launching pad. Anymore. They had them in the launching pad. More. But that was not just like awesome. Some pink icing around, I think.
It's a glazed donut with pink icing, or they come in 3 flavors. That was chocolate, strawberry, or vanilla. So the icing would change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of donuts, and cinnamon buns, I think, are some of my favorites.
Yeah, my downfalls too.
Ice cream.
More savory kind of things.
I like the ice cream, Mickey Pants sundaes. And, of course, the one at Beaches and Cream.
Your favorite.
What's it called, Curtis?
Oh, my gosh. I totally did a blank.
No.
No way, Jose.
No way, Jose.
Blanked out there.
Way.
Well, fun talking to you guys.
All right.
Good talking to you geeks too.
Well, this is going to be a long episode because I just had so much fun talking with My good friends, Auntie Judy, Jamie Givens, Samantha Kuhn, Deirdre Watts, Amy Rhoads, and Wendy Fox. The great thing about a roundtable and having 5 guests on is you're just going to get 5 different perspectives. We're going to talk about all the different resorts that they stayed at. We're going to get into food because this is the topic we love to dive deep in on the podcast. And I'm not even going to list them all. There's tons of restaurants and food that we're going to explore with these guys. All these ladies were very involved in the G3 planning details, and they're going to talk about the G3 games that they helped put together. A couple stories, Wendy's Beach Club happy hour, and a not so magical express rides story from Wendy. You know, I say this all the time, but we have the best listeners who are positive, caring, generous, and a lot of fun to hang out with. So come with me now and a bunch of my Geekin friends to Walt Disney World. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Well, we started this podcast about 15 minutes ago. Sorry you guys haven't had a chance to listen, but we're quite excited to get back together. I got a crew here for a roundtable. It's fun for us, but I think it's going to be entertaining for you, and I'm expecting it to be very informative too, because you're going to get 6 perspectives from the Grand Geeking Gathering from 6 of our super geeks who have been on the show before, and we all kind of hang out together when we're down in Disney World this past G3. So I'm excited as usual. I know I say that every week. I'm excited, but I am. This is so much fun to bring these friends of mine back and talk about. We've just been back 2 weeks, so hopefully it's fresh in their minds. Let's bring on our first guest. She is our auntie. She's Auntie Judy Ludwig. Hey, Judy.
Hey, geeks. Hey, everybody. How are you?
You can't talk yet. No.
Oh, no, I can talk. I do this all the time.
You got to wait for the crowd to go crazy for you.
Okay. All right.
How are you, Judy?
I'm good, Curtis.
You ready to tell us all of your food adventures?
Absolutely.
All right. And scooter adventures?
Oh, yeah.
All right. No particular order. I'm bringing next Jamie Givens. Hey, Jamie.
Hi, geeks. Hi, geeks. Hey, Kurt.
How's my little buddy doing?
He's doing great. Can't wait to go back to Disney.
He is so awesome. We had so much fun with the little kids. Actually, we got 2 of the moms from the 2 kids that were there with us hanging out together. So I was just telling Jamie, he's never going to want to go back again. And if I'm not there and Lorelai's not there, and my next guest coming on here, her name is Samantha Kuhn. Hey, Samantha.
Hey, geeks.
How are you?
James and I are BFFs now. I have a new friend. I don't think he learned my name, though, until the last day. The whole week he just kept saying, hey, friend. Hey, friend.
Oh, my gosh.
On Sunday, Monday, he said, what's your name again?
So adorable. Well, my friend, she hung out with me a lot on this trip. I'm bringing back onto the podcast Deirdre Watts.
Hi, geeks.
The crowd is excited. Hey, Deirdre, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Do you miss me?
I sure do. You're my annoying little brother.
Yeah. You're my annoying big sister.
Uh-huh.
Making fun of me all the time.
You complain all the time that I pick on you.
Complaining. She's picking on me. All right. Let's bring on another one of our fan favorites, Amy Rhoads. The mom to Lorelai.
Lorelai's mom says hi.
I love the little show she did for us on our first wine. What was that? Our wine meeting.
Our wine meeting. She was not taking no for an answer. She went around to everybody at the table and told them to be quiet and listen to her show.
That's right. And handed out moon pies that I sometimes had for dinner during that craziness of G3.
Yes, they were huge. They didn't have little ones. I wanted the little mini ones, but they were like triple decker.
I think I found a moon pie in my bag just yesterday, but they still fresh?
It'll be fine. There's enough preservatives in them. Just heat them up in the microwave. It'll be fine.
I know it. Well, saving the best for last. She's a lot of fun. She's our planner, Wendy Fox.
Hey, geeks. Hey, Curtis.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey, ladies. Nice to be together with you again.
Absolutely. We're having so much fun already, and I'm expecting lots of great information from these guys. We're going to talk about the resorts. We're going to talk about what we always talk about in Geekin, and that's food. So you're going to get a lot of perspectives on lots of restaurants and things that they experience. We'll talk a little bit about their G3 fun and games and whatever else comes to mind. All right. I'm going to go in order, Auntie Judy. Where did you stay?
We stayed at Pop Century.
What do you think of Pop Century, Judy?
Well, generally, I think Pop Century is pretty good. This time it was interesting.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have a preferred room with a walk-in shower, and we did. We had a beautiful walk-in shower. It was really great. But when we went to check out, I found out we had paid more than the room. And I went and I found out that they put us in a standard room, which I guess explains why the view out of our window was the laundry carts. So it was interesting. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I just was disappointed that they didn't tell us at the beginning that we had done that they had done that.
So you were in the 70 building right near me.
I was just down the road from you, but you had a great corner room. We had the laundry carts right outside our window the entire time. It was not pretty.
I had a preferred room.
Yeah, well, we were supposed to have a preferred room. We paid for a preferred room.
How was the pool?
I don't know. There was no water in it. I think the best part of staying at Pop, they have redone the rooms, and that was really nice. It's the access to the Skyliner. I think that really sets that resort part. It's so easy to get to the studios and Epcot. That's the best part of it.
Yeah, the refurb. I really noticed it. I thought it was a beautiful room.
Nice. Yeah, it was really
we
nice.
do enjoy staying there for our G3s. Jamie, where did you stay?
We actually did a split stay. We stayed the first several nights at Pop, and then we moved over to Riviera for the last few nights that we were there.
Nice. How did the split stay work out for you, Jamie, during these times?
It worked out pretty well. We had a car this time, so we moved our luggage ourselves, and that worked out better. We actually got to the resort and asked for our room. We went to Topolino's for breakfast. That was the Epcot day. We got there and the room was actually dirty that they gave us first. It had not been cleaned yet. So we went back downstairs and we got a little pixie dust upgrade to a 1-bedroom. So we're pretty spoiled now. That's going to be hard to.
That was at Riviera?
Hard to utilize those points.
At Riviera?
Yes, at Riviera. Yeah. So that was great.
What's the 1-bedroom like at Riviera?
It was, the biggest room we've ever stayed in Disney World for sure. So
sweet.
We had a nice kitchen, which was nice to be able to use the plates and everything when we had quick service that we got from downstairs because we didn't know we were going to have a kitchen. So we obviously didn't plan on a lot of groceries. There is a little pull-out bed underneath the TV in the living room that James got to sleep on. That was kind of a little twin-sized bed, and he liked that with Mickey and on the Riviera. They do also have a queen pull out. The couch turns into a queen bed in the living room area. And then the master was nice. And then there was an awesome tub that James enjoyed bathing in that has jets and everything in it. So we loved it. And
high life.
Maybe we'll get to do that again, but who knows?
That was your first time staying there?
It was our first time staying at Riviera, but we do love Pop as well. And, like Judy said, the location's great with the Skyliner. I love the storage in Pop. You have lots of places to put things away and not feel too cluttered in the room. So that's great too. So we'll definitely stay at Pop again too.
Yeah. I like the design of that pull down. What do you call that bed? Is that Trundle bed? Is that
Murphy
bed. I always get it wrong. The Murphy bed with the table and the chairs. I thought that worked out really. I was by myself, so that worked out really well. I put all my junk on there. I looked at, nice space saving design. I loved it too. Love to hear about Riviera. That is a brand new, beautiful resort, right?
It's gorgeous. We went in the first time on a trip earlier this year, or early at the end of 2020, and James sniffed the carpets and said they smelled like cotton candy, and so we knew it was a good place.
I don't know if I want to trust James on this one. We're going to talk about.
So yeah.
Him and I had an experience at Oga's I want to mention that was so cute. So I don't know if I trust James, but he's awesome. All right. Samantha, I think you stayed at Pop too, right?
I did, yeah. And that was my first time staying there.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you stay there again?
But I would stay there again. I don't think I would stay there if I needed to utilize both beds.
Okay.
Because I never was alone, so I never pulled down the Murphy bed.
Yep.
So the perfect amount of space, but I feel like it would be snug if I had to pull that bed down.
Where was your room?
I think I was in the 80s section. And to be honest, I didn't leave my room or go back to my room one time and not get turned around in that place. And I was in that same room for 10 days. So.
Really? You got lost?
Yeah.
I don't.
Very confusing. I know they always say we stay at Caribbean Beach a good amount, and they always say that place is huge. I felt like Pop was huge.
It is, but it's
the buildings are all similarly themed. I don't know. I never found the most direct way to get to or from my room.
What happened to be those late nights at Epcot that caused this problem?
That didn't help.
That didn't help the orientation. Did you ever stay at Port Orleans? You want to get confused.
And I haven't stayed there since the late 90s. So
don't do it. You'll never find your way home. Get a GPS. Probably with cell phones, you can do GPS now. Awesome. Deirdre, I think you had some did you do three different places?
Yes, I was there 10 days and stayed in 3 places.
All right, let's hear them.
So I started out at Bay Lake Tower. I was hoping when I booked it that we'd get to have our top of the world lounge experience.
Yep.
And I knew Wendy was there. So anyway, I spent a few nights there, and then I moved over to Pop Century on Friday morning. Stayed in I have to look at my notes. I stayed in the 50s building. I was right by Lady, Lady and the Tramp.
Yes.
I was right by Lady looking over that bowling pin pool.
We're scattered all over the place, sounds like so far.
We were all over. I think we were in every decade.
We had them all covered.
Uh-huh. Anyway, I really liked the room at Pop. I was on the 3rd floor. Last time I stayed there, I was on the ground floor, so that was a little different.
They have an elevator?
Yeah, there's an elevator, but it's just 2 floors, so
yeah.
I like to do the stairs. So it was a pretty quick walk to the, I'm getting messages here.
Oh, that was me.
A quick walk to the main building and also to the Skyliner. Yeah. So, and then I moved over on Tuesday morning, I moved over to Old Key West for a few nights. So.
Had you stayed there before?
Nope. I'd never stayed there.
Yeah. What'd you think of Old Key West?
I liked it as a resort. It felt far away from everything. The first night I was there, I got into my room and it just felt, I just felt very isolated and far away. And you were all some of you were still at Pop Century, so I was a little jealous.
You missed us.
I couldn't go to the Pedals Bar and
hang out.
So I was just in my room by myself, probably eating moon pies.
I understand.
But I did like it. The room was big. I was in a studio and it seemed like a nice big room. And the atmosphere is nice. And later I kind of, got into Old Key West. But my first night there, I just felt a little lonely. So
yeah, it's like an over 55 retirement community.
Yeah. I think it would be a great place to stay if you were driving because you can park right outside the building.
Right.
So that was convenient. And it was convenient later when Wendy came to pick me up to take me to the airport. She was able to park right outside my building.
Oh, wait a minute. You trusted Wendy to give you a ride to the airport.
Well, I waited until she told me that she had her car.
Okay.
That's right.
Before I canceled Magical Express.
I don't know.
She get a car, I was very trusting.
We're going to have fun with Wendy. Wendy, where did you stay?
I know it.
Well, I'll let you share. I'll let you share the stories because I don't want to be the one.
I also did a split stay. I really like doing a split stay if you're going to be staying like a week or more. I just like having a different location. I started at a Bay Lake Tower, as Deirdre did. I did check into my first room, and the way DVC works for some of the hotels like Bay Lake Tower, you pay one amount of points for a standard room with no view. You pay another point for Lakeview, and you pay another amount for theme park view. And I paid for a Lakeview room, walked into the room, looked out the window, and all I saw out the window was the side of the Contemporary Hotel and no lake. So that room didn't last more than about 15 minutes. And then I did get moved, and it was much better. And actually, I also stayed at the Beach Club, and I realized it took me 2 rooms to get a good room at Beach Club also. But once I got there, I was good.
Had you stayed at the Bay Lake Tower before?
I do. That's one of my home resorts.
Yeah.
I'll stay Bay Lake Tower and either Beach Club or Bay Lake Tower and Animal Kingdom, kind of split locations. I really love that location.
Sure.
You can't beat walking to the Magic Kingdom. It's just great. And being on the monorail, it's just, just a great location.
Yeah, and you get a chance to, when you split, you can work that other side of the resort.
Right. And the other thing, especially with Epcot and Hollywood Studios, walking distance to either Beach Club or Boardwalk, I like staying in like one of those. It's just transportation, getting to and from the park. So I guess getting to your resorts, to the park, can be somewhat challenging in the morning when you want to be up and out by rope drop. So I usually try to arrange it so I can walk to the parks as many days as possible.
I love that. And I love that you stay at the Beach Club because we were able to take advantage of that also as guests of yours. We'll tell that in the stories part, I guess, or maybe even the food and drink part, which we are going to get into right now, Auntie Judy.
Forgot where Amy stayed.
Oh, we didn't get Amy?
No.
I skipped Amy. Amy.
Sorry, I was telling my daughter goodnight.
Oh, no problem. I went over you by accident. Judy, help me. Go.
So we split stayed. We were there a little bit before everybody else. And we stayed DVC at Animal Kingdom Lodge Kidani. And then we switched over to Pop whatever day, Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then we stayed there till Sunday.
When I was there. So we're here in Kidani, and Animal Kingdom Lodge is kind of quiet. Is that still true?
Yes, we didn't see any people. There were cars in the parking garage underneath, but I think we saw 2 people the whole time we were there.
That's funny. Well, Judy and I were there for how many nights? Was it only one night, Judy? I think
we were only there one night. I think.
Yeah.
Didn't we have a 2-bedroom?
Yes.
And Ken and I
had the same feeling actually, even then, Amy. But funny enough, you just popped the person that I did see was Jocelyn Passidy. And I was going to say, when we were chatting before, I was really cute. She won one of our challenges. She won the virtual bingo and got her wine glass in the mail and
posted it, I think, today, right?
She did post it.
Today. Yes.
She said she was crying. So, you know what? The reason I remember that story is because she saw my T-shirt, my Geekin T-shirt, and she goes, "Oh, this was before she was a listener. I met her at Kidani or Jumbo House. I think it was one of the two." And she goes, "Oh," I said, "Yeah." She's an engineer, and I go, "Yeah, I do a podcast," and that's how I met Jocelyn. So, yeah, Kidani is quiet, but so is Jumbo, because only the DVC people are there, right?
Yes.
No restaurants too, right?
No restaurants, no snack bar, no.
Sanaa.
Sanaa, I think you can get takeout at Kidani, but we didn't eat there. We ate in the park.
All right.
Or wherever else.
Anything from Pop? You guys had stayed at Pop before?
We stayed at Pop. Shh. I love you. Good night. Okay.
We had I had a dinner at Pop, and I got the pot roast, and it came in a box. But I'll tell you, it was really good. I was very impressed. It was very much like the pot roast that you get at 50s Primetime with mashed potatoes and beans. It was delicious.
Nice. Pot roast in a box. That's good to know.
Pot roast in a box.
Pot roast in a box.
It was great. I was pleased.
So we stayed at Pop before. We stayed at Pop when I did my very first trip report with you, Kurt, that long June trip that we went, we actually did Split Stay, Animal Kingdom Lodge, Pop.
Okay.
And so that was the very first time we had ever stayed at Pop Century. Since everybody else was going to be there, we booked there this time.
That's right. That's what the highlight of that resort was, everybody all together.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Remember that first night, Wednesday night? That was fun.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We had our jam jar.
How far behind am I? Can I catch up? And he said, no, you can't.
No, we were there for a long time. And then this lady just came up and gave us like 5 pizzas.
Oh, that's right.
She just said, here, my family didn't eat these. And then I thought, how many pieces did you order, lady? Because you had like 4 full pizzas left.
That's true. Samantha, what time did you get into Pop that night?
I think I got in just before 10 or what time does the quick service close? 10?
Yeah, sounds about right.
I got in just before 10 because I ordered my quick service from the Magical Express so that I could get something to eat because I hadn't eaten. And then I rolled up to your Petals gathering with my Impossible Burger in a foil wrapper. I love like
stuffing it down, starving to death.
Inhaled that burger.
I think I just showed up. You know, we've been doing all these Zoom calls, so I've seen all these people. I feel like I know all these people. I just showed up and said, hey. And then later, Deirdre came over and said, introduce herself like a proper person would. And I was like, oh, like it didn't even occur to me that I know all these people. I never met these people before.
Yeah, that was very comfortable because that was really the planning group.
Yes.
That was pretty much our planning group that we've been meeting every week for 2 months. And I felt really comfortable, but I try to be conscious with people that haven't met in person. But I think everyone really had a chance to say hi, and that was a lot of fun. And I think Penny brought a couple of jam jar bottles. One was a white and one was a red. I don't think I had any of that. Do you remember, Wendy, who drank some of that?
Well, I might have helped myself to some of the white.
Nice. And
Samantha brought wine. She brought seltzers.
Alex had added some wine and White Claw to his Instacart order.
Yeah.
we were there.
So I went to his room, dropped off my stuff, picked up my booze, and came and met you all.
You came with a sandwich and a suitcase of White Claw.
I was thinking about you, Sam, because Wendy showed up with my suitcase. That's a whole story that we're going to get into here.
Yes.
You know, they used to, Magic Express, it was so great because you would put your suitcase on the plane in Connecticut, in my case, and it would just show up in your room. Well, not this time.
This was a little more complicated.
That's the way to say
it. Still ended up in your room.
It still ended up there a little later than normal, but it did get there like she said it would. We'll have fun with all those stories. Judy, you already started with your food. Did you have anything else at Pop?
We got breakfast a couple of mornings, just ordered like a side of eggs. We really didn't eat there much.
You know, that last morning I had the egg bagel bacon
I saw that.
sauce.
Not with the bacon, but it was very good.
You had one too?
I didn't have bacon on it. I just had egg and cheese, but it was surprisingly good.
Yeah, the bagel was like really soft and the egg was like thick.
Yeah.
Really good.
We would get a side. You can get a side of eggs, and I think it was $2.99, and it had to be like 3 eggs. It was a lot of eggs. Yeah, it was very generous.
Very good. Jamie, did you try in a box? Yeah.
Yeah, but the boxes are cool. You can eat. Who showed me? Amy maybe showed me that you can tear the sides of the box and open it up like a plate. Somebody showed me that. I didn't know that. It was kind of clever. It was cool.
I didn't get anything in a box. Only thing I got came wrapped in aluminum foil. Not classy enough for a box.
Yeah, we got the classy boxes.
Jamie, did you try anything in the resorts?
We did try the breakfast at Primo Piatto at Riviera, and it was amazing. I've seen pictures of these lemon blueberry pancakes that they have, and I had been wanting to try them for a really long time, and so I got those, and they were delicious. They have like it's not butter, it's like some kind of lemon creamy stuff that you put on top of it.
Yeah.
And then we actually got breakfast there 2 different days. Byron got I think they have like a croque monsieur, like sandwich, kind of breakfast sandwich. And he really liked that. And then they also have like a breakfast platter that has some kind of creamy polenta with it. And they do like an Italian sausage,
Nice.
which he wasn't real crazy about, but I thought it was tasty. So we kind of mixed up and got those twice and really enjoyed it a lot. So
I like that they got a quick serve. It makes it kind of fun to go over there and check it out if you're not staying there too. So good to know the breakfast was good. I had dinner there.
Absolutely.
I enjoyed. Samantha, did I cover anything else at the resort for food?
I had, so on Thursday in my latter half of my trip I hadn't planned on having. I worked.
You were working.
I worked on Friday. So on Thursday I was at the resort and I just picked up lunch there, and they have a delicious children's mac and cheese if you're a mac and cheese person.
That is good to know. We want to know where all the best mac and cheese places are.
Macaroni and cheese and spring beans was my lunch on Thursday while I was working. And I came back late to a meeting because I said I got lost on my way back.
Excellent. Deirdre, anything? We're kind of covering the resort food, which is important, especially when you get back and there's, you know, Disney is like a place of extremes. Like either you're starving to death or you're stuffed. It seems like to me.
I think the only time I went into Pop Century into the food service, the food court, was to get coffee late at night to drink the next morning. So,
yeah. What is this? Did you learn that from Sam? She was telling me, I still don't understand this procedure.
Well, you sort of mix it with the coffee in the room, and so it's kind of a lukewarm coffee, but it's a little stronger. I don't know. Yeah.
Samantha, can you explain this to me? Because you told me twice, and I still don't get it.
So typically I bring, and this is a good tip. Typically I bring an extra like Swell bottle is the brand I use, but like any type of aluminum bottle, and I'll pick up coffee at night and I'll put it in the bottle, and then it'll still be warm the next day.
See, you didn't tell me about that part.
Well, I didn't bring
cold coffee in the morning.
This time I just got my coffee at night, made the coffee in the room in the morning, and would mix it so that it was a little bit better quality coffee, but not piping hot.
That's the strategy. You're trying to freshen up the coffee that comes out of the
But the best tip
room.
is if you can bring an aluminum water bottle.
Okay.
The problem is like it then always will have the scent of coffee. So you can never put anything else besides coffee in that water bottle.
But there's yeah.
Ken said the coffee in the room at Pop Century tasted like old tires.
I heard.
It's not great. So
It was awful.
I don't understand why 7:00 is the earliest they open up for coffee. That kind of surprises me.
That seems late.
Yeah. Especially for early risers like me.
right now, parks, the earliest is at 8:00, but in typical times, parks open 8:00, early open 7:00. So
yeah,
I don't know if that 7:00 is an always thing, but it's definitely late for an always thing.
It was 6:00. As far as I can remember, I was always able to get coffee at 6:00 anywhere.
It's a COVID thing.
It is, I guess so. Mm-hmm. All right. We'll blame it on COVID. COVID takes a lot of heat. So Amy, any resort food that stands out?
So for like quick serve, we didn't eat anything at Animal Kingdom, but we did eat at Pop, and we got that turkey sandwich,
wedge.
It was huge with mozzarella and I don't know what all was on it. It was huge. Sun-dried tomatoes maybe.
Yep.
Or roasted something. I don't know. It was delicious and it was huge. And we ate off of it twice. We had it for breakfast. For lunch, dinner, and then breakfast.
Not me. I had it for dinner and that's it. It was gone. I polished it off just fine. Thanks. But yes, I had that too. It was good. All right. And Wendy, you were at two good places. Did you try any?
Yes. So at Bay Lake Tower, I mostly had my breakfast in my room because I had a microwave, which I think would have been great for all of you coffee drinkers. I don't drink coffee, but
yes,
it was nice to have that in the morning. I did eat at the Contempo Cafe, I think Saturday, the day that we did the Kessler Run in the morning. Instead of eating at the quick service, I think a lot of us walked over to Contempo Cafe and had lunch there. I had just a turkey sandwich. So I did eat at Contempo Cafe actually twice when I was there. And then when I moved over to Beach Club and we had our little happy hour at the pool, we were supposed to go out to dinner later at Ale and Compass, but it was such a beautiful night. And frankly, I wasn't really planning to move off of my chair at the beach, at the pool. So we actually ordered Ale and Compass takeout and we actually ate at the pool.
Oh, you were, I'll say it. Yeah.
Wendy, you left the best part of that meal. Our takeout, No Way Jose.
Yes, which Deirdre got for me. Deirdre got it when she was at the beach club and she brought it back and the two of us finished. We polished that puppy right up.
And I liked how it looked so much more appetizing when it was laid out flat like that. In the big cup where it's all mashed together the way Kurt had it. But when I saw that, I thought, I could almost eat that whole thing.
Well, I had been there on Thursday and I regretted that I didn't get the No Way Jose. So I was happy to get it in the takeout container 4 days later.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. It goes down the same, whatever it looks like. I can tell you that. I polished mine off. No problem that day.
Yes.
All right, Judy, let's talk about some standouts of the food adventures for G3. Can you tell me something that you and Ken had some dinners, right?
We had pretty much every night we did a sit-down dinner. We tried the new menu at the Crystal Palace.
Right.
Which is a served menu, and we had the prime rib. It was perfect. It was really, really good, just the way we like it. And Ken likes his more well done than I do, and they took care of that. It was excellent. And
all you can eat?
On the sides, yeah. But not on the main course.
Why? Were you going to have another prime rib if they gave it to you?
No way. I could barely eat the one we had. It was so good.
You know, Judy, we've heard complaints on the podcast about the food at Crystal Palace, and I got to disagree. And you're more picky than I am. What do you think of the food at Crystal Palace?
I thought it was delicious.
Yeah.
I thought it was. They're personally, I like the fact that it's not a buffet. I like the sit down service better than having to get up, and I think they do a better job on fewer items.
Yeah, what'd they bring you?
Well, they brought us a salad and rolls, and then they brought us our meal, which was prime rib and like a scallopy baked scallop potatoes and cream spinach, and a whole plate of different kinds of desserts.
Yeah,
it was really good.
I always like the salads at these buffets. They bring you a different variety of salads, like macaroni salads, or
just one.
Just a garden salad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We tried Tony's for the first time.
Wait a minute. I'm going to move on. Hold on to that one.
Oh.
Jamie.
Okay.
Did you guys get away for some dinners?
We did. We had a lot of great ones for sure.
Yeah. Give me one of your favorites.
We really love Ale and Compass. I know Tony Ann and the Disney Crush people, it sounds like they didn't have a great experience there, but that was our second time that we went. And we had I had a vegetable flatbread that was delicious. They do different seasonal vegetables, and it was kind of more fall seasonal, even though it's springtime, but I love the pumpkin and butternut squash kind of stuff like that. I had seen Nina posted the mango tort in the group for the G3 group. And so I had to have that when we went to, and it was also absolutely delicious. So,
what is that?
And it was like a mango tort dessert. So it was really pretty the way they plated it and everything. And then it was kind of like a cake, but had a little bit of like a mousse kind of thing in it as well. And then we always have just an exceptional experience with all the cast members that are the servers at the restaurants. And it really makes it not as fun to go out to eat when you're at home, the experience, especially when you're dining with a 4-year-old child. And so they had a cookie sandwich, ice cream cookie sandwich dessert that we had gotten the last time we went there. And I was looking forward to stealing a little bit of that from James when we went, but when the waiter was going to bring that back to him, he said, "No, I don't want that. I want ice cream." And so we thought, he's just going to get a little bowl of ice cream. Yeah. And he told me he wanted chocolate syrup, but they brought out a tray with a bowl with maraschino cherries on a stick, and then whipped cream in another little bowl, and then chocolate syrup in another little bowl, and then brought out his ice cream. So James got to make his own ice cream sundae, and he absolutely loved it. So it's just little touches like that that make the Disney experience so magical for us.
You made a really cool point there. Disney, what's the right word? They understand dining with little kids, even in some of these nice restaurants, right?
Absolutely. It makes it where you feel like you can still go out and enjoy a really nice meal on vacation, even when you have a young child with you as well. And it makes a good memory as a family every time we leave restaurants there. So,
Jamie, would you say James is a busy child?
I think I would say so. Yeah.
He cracks me up.
I think you would agree, right?
Oh my gosh. He is fantastic. I love that kid. He is so great. I think he's a genius. I think you're going to find out he's a genius because his mind, that little mind is working all the time.
It absolutely is.
Well, Samantha, you spent some time with James, but I want to hear about your food experiences. Did you do anything fun?
I did, of course. So I tried Beaches and Cream for the first time, which we had been wanting to try, and I've been wanting to try.
Okay.
And I got the famous grilled cheese and tomato soup. I know this will kill you, Kurt, but it was so good.
No, that's good. That doesn't kill me. I'm glad people... I can't believe everyone that comes on this podcast talks about this grilled cheese and tomato soup, and I'm like...
Tasted the grilled cheese on its own first, and it was good, but there was nothing special about it.
Okay.
The tomato soup is excellent. So the combination of the two and the grilled cheese, you have to dip it in the tomato soup, was delicious.
I mean, I have to believe you. Everyone that comes on this show talks about this.
I got it from Wendy, was the first person to talk. It's like, I need some of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I regretted I got a root beer float because I do love a good root beer float. And theirs was definitely lacking on the float part. There wasn't so much ice cream. And I was with Chris, Futrell, and Travis, and they both got the No Way Jose's. Oh. And so they had like a pile of ice cream, and I got my root beer float. And I was like, this is not right. I'm
sorry. I didn't train you better. So, you should have been prepared.
I learned my mistake. And then when you guys went to Beaches and Cream, Wendy and I got our takeout No Way Jose. So I learned. We
got to do another Geekin trip over to Beaches and Cream. It's one of my favorites. Yeah. And no, I couldn't pass up that French dip. I couldn't go. I still can't go to a grilled cheese when I got French dip.
I don't eat meat. So grilled cheese.
That's true. You're excused.
No pun intended. Bread and butter. It's like...
You're excused. All right. Deirdre, I think you did a lot of meals, right?
Yeah, I did a lot of meals. That's true.
Give me your first one. We're gonna go around a few times, guys. So sit back, get ready.
First night I was there, I was with Judy and Ken. We went to the Grand Floridian. I love the shrimp and grits at Grand Floridian, but it's not on the menu. Yep. But I told the waitress, and she said, "Well, I'll go ask chef." And she came out and said, "Sure, I can." The chef said he could make them. So I had shrimp and grits at Grand Floridian. I was with other people for a couple of great meals, and I'll let them talk about it, like Wendy can talk about Topolino's or whatever, which was awesome. But I love to talk about the Jungle Skipper Canteen because nobody ever talks about that place. And they have the best thing in the whole of Walt Disney World, the pork, the cachapas, the shredded pork on the corn cake. It's so good.
You're telling me that.
It's so awesome.
Yeah, you told me your favorite meal on all of property is this pork. What do you call it?
Cachapas.
Cachapas.
Orinoco Ida's cachapas.
Why is it so great?
It's just delicious. It has so many flavors. It has corn and shredded pork, avocado cream. It's just delicious.
I think the Skipper Canteen is the most controversial restaurant on property.
I think you're right.
Did you have any screeching children next to you, Deirdre?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Why?
That was our experience. We had this very, very loud child at the table next to us.
Well, it's at Magic Kingdom, so there might be kids there.
The Jungle Cruise just doesn't like you, Samantha.
Yeah, that's true. That's the case.
There's something about that area that really,
Fan of me.
yeah, it's not a big fan. All right, Amy.
So we went to the Hollywood Brown Derby.
All right. First time?
No, we went on our 1 year anniversary trip. So our 11-year anniversary is Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So
congratulations.
It's been 10 years since we've been here. Thank you.
You gonna make it?
So,
It's Saturday. Oh, yeah, it's Saturday. Okay.
But I got the Brown Derby signature burger.
Oh, was this a lunch?
No, it was at dinner.
Okay.
Y'all rode Tower of Terror, and then Michael, we were already seated, and he ran in before the bottom fell out at Hollywood Studios.
He had a good time. We showed him a good time at the Tower of Terror. Right?
That's what he said. He said it was so fun. But it had pastrami, Gruyere cheese, heirloom tomatoes, and a fried egg and cognac mustard.
Whoa.
On it. It was so good.
That is creative.
Yeah, and I got a gin mule to go with it. So if there's a mule on the menu, I'm getting a mule. So
nice.
They had a gin mule, and it was so cute in its little glass and stuff. Lorelai got a hot dog.
Thank you for letting us know what Lorelai had.
Yeah.
And a moon pie.
That's what the people want to know.
Yeah. Inquiring minds want to know.
The kids, yeah, they want to know what was on the menu. Then, how about Michael? Do you remember what he had?
He had the Cobb salad.
Really? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
We must have shook him up too much over at the Tower of Terror.
Well, I think he thought I was going to give him half of my burger, and I ate the whole thing. So I think he thought we were going to split the salad, and he got blue cheese on the salad, and I'm not eating blue cheese, and they mixed it all up at the table. And he said, "Do you want some of this?" I said, "Nope, I'm eating my burger."
Nice. I love that. All right, Wendy, pick one of yours for this first round. We're going to go around again a couple times.
So before I pick my main, I guess, first choice, just want to tell you that when there was planning for G3, there's probably about 100 people that were involved in the planning. Maybe not everyone was able to come due to COVID or whatever, but there's a lot of planning that went into it. And one part of the planning is there was a group of women who were going solo, and we had a very active solo ladies messenger group. And we probably messengered each other for literally months before we went. And Samantha was great. She helped organize. Anytime anyone wanted to join the messenger, someone would come and say, "Could I join the messenger?" For some reason, they would ask me, and then Samantha would put them in. I don't know why it took the two of us, but it did. But we had a lot of women in that group that were traveling by themselves. And so one of the nights, we had a dinner of solo ladies, and it was Samantha and Deirdre and Susan Cox and myself. There was 4 of us. And we went to Topolino's. It was the second time that I was there. I actually got the same meal that I got the first time because I loved it so much. The 4 of us shared a ricotta cheese appetizer, and we were trying to figure out, should we get 2 of them for the 4 of us? Our waiter was excellent. He said, "No, you'll only need 1 and maybe some extra bread." And he was right. That was delicious. It was a great appetizer to share. Highly recommend that. And then I got the salmon. I think Samantha got the salmon too. Deirdre got the steak because my friend Noreen said the steak was amazing when she had it in November. And Susan had the veal chop, which I think was a special that night. I thought that was one of my best meals of the week. And we also had dessert. I, of course, had chocolate dessert. And it was just an outstanding meal. The service was great. The food was delicious. The company was wonderful. And it was our solo ladies kind of get-together dinner.
Nice. What night was that, Wendy?
Friday night.
Friday night. Deirdre, how was the steak?
The steak was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
I love it.
I ranked that salmon. I ate a lot of salmon in Disney World as a non-meat eater. That's my second favorite salmon that I've eaten in Disney World.
Well,
okay, where was your first favorite?
Spice Road Table. That chili rubbed salmon.
Okay.
Favorite. So good.
Yeah.
On the salmon, there was an artichoke risotto that looked so good.
Yeah,
it was delicious. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I had an Italian submarine sandwich down at the Primo Priato instead of doing that.
I saw the messenger going, and we saw that you were at the same resort that we were, and we were upstairs and you were downstairs, but none of us was moving. We were enjoying our meal and our dessert.
Yeah.
And it was a nice night.
Excellent.
Some wine was poured at that dinner.
There might have been some wine.
I think there was a lot of wine poured during this week. All right. I'm going back to Auntie Judy.
Yes. Well, I have to say, I mean, we had some meals that were really, really outstanding, but we ate at the California Grill for the first time.
Oh, that was I didn't know that was your first time.
First time.
No kidding.
And
Wow.
we followed Glenn Kessler's suggestion, and we had the beef braised wontons, I think, that were fantastic.
That's an appetizer?
It's an appetizer. And then Ken and I shared that. And then Ken got the creamsicle sushi roll, and I got the grilled scallops. Ooh. And I literally licked my plate clean. So good.
Do you look around side by side and see if anyone's looking, and then go for the plate?
And then we were going to take a picture of our drinks. We were setting them all up, and the waiter came over and he sprinkled little Mickey head confetti on the table so that the picture of the drinks would be nicer looking. Nice. And we had it with Deirdre and Wendy and Ken and I, and we just had an amazing meal up there. It was so good.
You had Wendy and Deirdre too?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And we were right by the window and we could see the sunset, and it was gorgeous. It was a beautiful night up there, and we really had a great meal.
All right. Where are you going to rank California Grill now in the signature restaurants, Judy?
Well, I don't know. It's up there.
Yeah. I put it number 2.
But they had a drink. We didn't get it, but they had a drink for $135.
Why didn't you get it? You should have brought it over to my room after.
Yeah, right. No, but it was a really good meal.
Was that wine? A bottle of wine?
No, it was a mixture of bourbons and whiskeys, and it had all kinds of labels and names of what was in the drink.
You should have got it for Deirdre. She likes that. She does.
Yeah, that's funny.
Huh?
But it was a wonderful meal. It was really good.
Nice. I'm glad you got a chance to do that one.
Yeah.
It is.
I definitely do it again.
Great atmosphere.
We want to go back when we go back next year for our anniversary, our big one. We want to go with the whole family and the Stone family next June of 2022, and that's right on the list of where we're going to eat.
Yeah, my first time there was my 25th anniversary meal with my family. Yeah, I love that picture I have from that. Deirdre, what did you have there? Do you remember?
At the California Grill, I had a chicken. I don't remember. It was really good. It was chicken. It had some potatoes. I was going to have the filet, but Wendy told me about Topolino's filet, so I saved the filet for the next night.
All right. And Wendy, what'd you have?
I had a 4-cheese pizza appetizer and a salad. And it was a strawberry salad. Both of those were delicious. And in fact, the pizza, I can only have half of it. I took half of it home back with me.
It was delicious. And she shared the pizza with us, and it was really, really good.
And then I ordered the short ribs appetizer too, and I tasted one. And for some reason, I must have gotten a spicy piece. There must have been some kind of pepper. And I tasted one. I'm like, that's a little too spicy for me. So I pushed them in the middle of the table, and I think Deirdre tasted one, and I think Judy and Ken said they were going to bring a couple home for you or from back to the room. So
no, I didn't get any.
He didn't get any because we couldn't find him.
Okay.
So we took care of those. Yes.
Nope. Yeah. I starved that night.
Delicious strawberry salad and the pizza. I actually like eating like the small plates types of eating sometimes, and that's a great place. They have a lot of nice appetizer choices. You don't feel like you have to have a big meal if you go to California Grill.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Perfect. Jamie, where did you guys have another good meal?
We had another great meal at Trattoria Al Forno. We went for dinner one night. And that's one of the things we love about staying on the Skyliner is taking advantage of riding the Skyliner and going, we went from Pop to Trattoria and also to Ale and Compass. I had a seasonal scallop ravioli there. that they do like different raviolis obviously based on the season. And this one was a mushroom ravioli, which I'm usually not a huge fan of mushrooms, but I absolutely love scallops. So I'm definitely putting the scallops on my list that Judy just mentioned at California Grill. And we also had a great charcuterie board there. And they have a house-made mozzarella that they offered to put on there as well.
You're killing me. Yeah,
we did, and it was absolutely delicious. And that was another great cast member experience with our server that we had there. So we really enjoyed Trattoria Al Forno, and we'll definitely go back sometime too. So
you know what? Have any of you other guys eaten there before?
Yeah, we had a giant meatball.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Yeah, I've eaten there one time. Judy and I had the giant meatball, but I thought, I mean, I like it. Maybe it's because I love Italian, but I don't know that a lot of people know about that because it's on the boardwalk. So
right,
I would. It's affordable too with Italian food. I really enjoy that place. I'm glad to hear you said it.
We did breakfast there.
Okay, yeah, people
on Sunday.
They often talk about the breakfast because. Well, it's the Flynn Rider, but I'm sure that Flynn was busy that day.
Yeah, there's no characters, and I think the menu has kind of changed a little bit from what they had when the characters were there.
Yeah, what'd you think of the breakfast this time?
We got steak and eggs, and the eggs had this cheese sauce over them, like a quiche with, 2 fancy pieces of asparagus on it, but the steak was cooked perfectly. Michael got an Italian omelet, and it had what they called Sunday gravy on most of the meals. Basically, it was like a tomato gravy, and it was just poured all over the top of his omelet. He was in hog heaven, but it was delicious. I mean, we were not hungry until we left at 3:00.
Nice.
So
good to know. Yeah, that I will call that a hidden gem. That Trattoria Al Forno, wouldn't you guys? I mean, yeah.
Yes, I think so.
All right, Jamie, what did James have there?
Oh gosh, I don't remember what he had there.
Not a hot dog.
He definitely he didn't have a hot dog, but he did have a hot dog when we went to Brown Derby before, just like Lorelai. So that's a hot dog.
Well, she recommended it. They've been talking. They have a solo kids group in Geekin messaging group.
That's right.
That's awesome.
That's right.
I bet he eats like a bird. He's just a little guy.
Yeah, he doesn't usually eat a whole bunch, but we did also try the tiramisu there, and Byron, my husband, is very picky about the tiramisu, and it was really good. We enjoyed it.
He approved?
We enjoyed it there a lot. He did approve.
I like that too. Yeah, that's got booze in it, doesn't it?
A little bit, yeah. I think it's got some kind of
liqueur.
Yeah.
Or am I, Samantha? Did you eat anything else?
I ate a lot of other things. I will say my other favorite meal was probably our wine bar George dinner, which was me and Wendy and Deirdre. I think we started out with a whole bunch of people and ended up with 3 of us.
That wasn't a liquid dinner?
We ate food.
Small plates.
But we also had food.
Small plates.
We did a pre-dinner drink at, was it Boathouse, Wendy?
The Boathouse. Yep. We started at the Boathouse.
That's a great picture of you guys.
Yeah. And then we went over to Wine Bar George, and I had the burrata. I think Wendy also had the burrata.
The burrata.
We shared the mac and cheese bites, which were delicious. And I consider myself a mac and cheese connoisseur. So
obviously. What's a burrata?
Burrata is like a mozzarella.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a soft, it's like a fresh mozzarella, like a soft, and usually has a little bit of a soft center. So when you cut into the mozzarella, it like oozes out a little.
Oh, you guys are killing me.
That's right.
That's like is that like Italian food kind of guys at Wine Board George or?
No, not really Italian.
Yeah.
No.
Because I saw ganaki, and that's a Greek dish.
Yeah.
So.
I really like that place. I didn't go with you guys because I just can't travel and hang in till 11 o'clock. Like you guys are, I don't know.
Well, apparently you can because we saw you later that night.
That's because I didn't travel.
My pixie dust moment of the entire trip was at that dinner. I ordered a glass of wine, and our waiter carded me.
Yes. You got carded twice that night. I was there the second time.
You did.
Well, I think I get more credit for getting carded the first time because we were sitting down outside. I had my mask off. I'm like, you can see my whole face.
I had to take her picture.
I still carded. It was great.
She's still telling that story.
Food was was great, but it might be not as good as I remember because
It was delicious. It was outside. It was beautiful setting. Our waiter was good. It was a good night.
And the wine list there is awesome too.
Oh, Deirdre was there too.
Yes.
Was it just you three?
Yeah.
Just the three of us.
Nice.
And
All
that's
right.
where we called you. That's where we called you from, and you heard Samantha and Wendy giggling in the background.
You called me from Wine Bar George?
Well, when
No,
we left,
No, it was until after we got to Epcot.
Yeah, you were in
no, but
Wine
it
bar.
was right after we'd been there.
I was thinking about this. Did we take an Uber?
Yes. Oh,
We did.
did we? I
We
don't
were
know.
with Wendy, so the odds are we took an Uber.
That's true.
We did, yeah.
I totally had deja vu. So we talk about a fun night we did we bought Auntie Judy for Christmas the fireworks package at the Rose and Crown, which we've talked about over and over again. If they ever bring that stuff back,
So good.
Yeah.
do that. And the drinks were included in the meal.
And it was all the Prosecco you could drink.
And they were attentive cast members to your drink. Like if it gets empty, they were pouring it. I mean, if they had 5, they had 1, right, Judy?
At least, yes.
And I love that time in any of the parks, but especially Epcot and World Showcase, when you're walking out and there's nobody around. Like we got to mention this too, but like you're closing the place. You have that last meal or drink at the end of the night, and everyone has already emptied out of the park, and you're like the only ones there. So Deirdre calls me. Was I in Mexico? I was with Daniel and his wife, Norma.
In Mexico, and we stopped off in France to get a glass of champagne.
So Deirdre calls me, but all I could hear was Wendy and Samantha giggling the whole entire time. And I just had this flashback of Mama and Judy coming out of the Rose and Crown at midnight or whatever it was, 11 o'clock at night. So thank you for that flashback memory, guys. That was a lot of fun. And it just when we caught up with each other, it was fun.
I looked at myself in the mirror of those bathrooms, so I think they have a full-length mirror. But I'm not very happy. I could be wrong.
Where was that?
There was some discussion on EJ Cruz's Facebook page today. She was asking if
The
they had
bathrooms,
mirrors in that bathroom.
full-length mirrors.
Yeah.
And we did visit that bathroom after we had the Boathouse, Wine Bar George, and Champagne.
Yeah.
Then we visited the bathroom. So we might not have a clear picture of what exactly they look like.
Wait a minute. We had margaritas at Mexico before that.
Yeah.
No, that was after that.
Oh, that was after that? Okay.
Yes.
I think we checked out the bathrooms before we met them, right?
Yes.
Oh, we went after. No, I went in there. You guys took us there after.
Yeah, we checked him out on the way out of the park.
Yep.
I think
Oh.
so.
Oh, see,
We
they don't
went
even.
twice?
Yeah.
We went twice then.
Then you went.
We went
We
twice.
went twice.
We went on our way in, and then we took a
did.
picture in front of them on our way out.
Yes.
Yeah, we had to show Kurt.
Well, Samantha said you're not a true geek unless you check out the new bathrooms.
Unless checking out the new bathrooms is on your must-do list for this trip.
That's right.
I was convinced that Ratatouille was going to open that week after G3.
Yeah.
I had hope.
So much for that.
Of course, we've now learned it opens in October, so we missed that
Right.
by a lot. What do you think? You want to do one more round of food?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, Judy. Wait, did I get everybody? No. Where am I? Deirdre. I haven't even gotten through halfway through yet.
Anybody have something they want to say?
Did you have anything left?
I'll do one. I went to Yak and Yeti by myself one of my last days, and so my tip is get a Landry's card because they cost $25. You get the $25 back the first time you spend that much, and then there's no more fees, and then you get priority seating at Landry's restaurants.
Yeah, good
And
tip.
Yak and Yeti is a Landry's restaurant, so you couldn't get in, but I got in within about 10 minutes because I had a Landry's card.
And Rainforest Cafe is also Landry's.
I was going to say, What else? There's a couple. T-Rex.
And then I had the best drink on property, the pink Himalayan. It's a gin drink. So good. I did Tony Ann's tip, Tony Ann from Disney Crush. Her tip is that you get the side of coconut shrimp. So I did that, and then I got the pot stickers, and it was just a great meal.
Yak and Yeti, yeah, it's definitely, if you've never done Yak and Yeti, check it out, because it's a fan favorite from the geeks for sure.
Yeah, it's really good.
Good job.
Well,
All
I
right.
have another hidden gem place that we ate. I was talking to Margita on our last day there, Thursday, and it was around, 7 o'clock. We weren't sure what we were going to do, and she said, why don't you go to the Grand Floridian for brunch? We did. We got a reservation that day. They're known for their eggs Benedict.
Yes.
So they weren't on the menu.
Whoa.
Kind of like what Deirdre was saying. So I said, can't I get the 3 eggs Benedict? And she said, yes, you can. What would you like? And they offered the lobster. They offered a plain one with bacon, one with spinach, one with tomato.
Wow.
So I got the 3 eggs Benedict, a lobster, a plain, and the bacon. And Ken got the one with lobster, the plain, and the tomato one. And they were so good.
That surprised me they weren't on the menu because, we've always said they're...
Yeah, not the 3. You could get one egg Benedict, a plain one.
Okay.
But when you asked them, she said,
gotcha.
Of course I'll make you the 3. And so we got the 3 eggs Benedict. And it was such a wonderful breakfast. It was so good. We had it about, I think 11:30 noon. It was kind of like a brunch.
Right.
And it was quiet. It was peaceful. And then we looked up and we saw Angela Fennell was standing at the check-in. And I got up and I went over and she said she was by herself. And I said, not anymore, you're not. And so we totally confused the wait staff, but she came over and joined us and had breakfast with us too. So it was nice.
What are the chances really that she would?
I know.
Because a lot of the geeks were gone by then. This is later.
Well, she said that she saw on the messenger group that I had posted that we were going to the Grand Floridian for brunch. So she thought, I'm going to try to get in there too. So she did.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And then we saw Danielle Johnson while we were there also. She was with her family. That's a great, great place for a meal. And their eggs Benedict is just so good.
Judy just mentioned it. Any comments on the G3 private Facebook Messenger? Should we do that every time?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Does it drive you nuts?
No.
It only drives me nuts if there's someone there and I'm not there yet.
Mm-hmm. Sam does not like FOMO.
No, I don't. I really don't.
Or if you get home and there's still people there.
Yeah.
And you're
Yep.
Yeah.
Or it starts up before you get there.
That problem is you extend your trip by 4 or 5 days. So
like you did.
She was the last man standing.
That's right.
Be there. I need to extend.
Yeah, I think you were the last one, Sam.
I think so too.
Sam was flying home and Judy was arriving at home, I think, by car.
Yeah, we got home Saturday night.
Yeah.
Me too.
Amy.
Yes.
What did Lorelai have?
We ate a lot of breakfast because it's just easier for us to start the day with breakfast. And we went to the Wave twice this trip because I wanted avocado toast again. Basically. So the wait staff there is very nice. We asked she gets Mickey waffles with sprinkles and syrup.
Oh, yeah.
And not just regular sprinkles. She wants Mickey sprinkles.
The heads, yeah.
Because you can't buy them anymore. We have some that I bought several years ago in a thing that we still haven't opened yet. But she gets that at the Wave every time we go there. And then I usually get the sweet potato pancakes, and they have a butter pecan butter that you're supposed to spread over these sweet potato pancakes and then put syrup on them. Well, I didn't really want anything sweet. just not what I wanted. And I saw the avocado toast on the menu and I was like, well, I'll just get that. It's light. It's not something heavy. It was the best avocado toast I've ever had in my whole life.
Wow.
It had like an caramelized onion jam on the bottom. And then the avocado was not like sliced avocado. It was like guacamole avocado, like all mashed up with tomatoes and stuff in there. It was the best avocado toast I've ever had. And it was exactly the same both times I had it.
Don't people talk about the Wave as I've heard really for brunch. I know they have a buffet, don't they, Amy? Usually before. I mean, not now.
Before, yeah.
Yes, but they're known for their breakfast brunch, aren't they?
Right. They have like a huge buffet. Well, they had a huge buffet that went all the way across the back side of the restaurant.
Oh, wow.
And you could fix just about anything you could think of for breakfast off of that buffet. Biscuits and gravy, sweet potato pancakes, yogurt parfaits.
Oh, my gosh. No wonder they're known for it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But still, you were happy.
I was perfectly satisfied with my 4 pieces of avocado toast.
Tell me Michael didn't get a salad.
He did not. He got the big breakfast, whatever.
All right. That's my boy.
Eggs, bacon, potatoes.
That's it. I was losing faith in him with the Cobb salad deal. So, all right.
No, he had kind of eaten pretty bad that day. We had lots of snacks the day of, and he was like, you know what?
I know. I shook him up. I shook him up on the Tower of Terror. I understand. It's not easy to ride the Tower of Terror with me. I'm kind of crazy. All right, Wendy, you got another one?
I do. I didn't, since we've already talked about the nice meals I went to at California Grill and at Wine Bar George and at Topolino's, I thought I'd talk a little bit about quick service. Sometimes I find it's very difficult to find something at Magic Kingdom, especially this past trip.
Yeah.
Columbia Harbor House is closed. I think there was a few people on Saturday when we were there that tried going to Marley and Terrace, and they said,
"Oh, don't do that."
Please. That's Judy, not a few people. Only Judy.
Yeah. Oh no, but I mean, it was a little bit more difficult to find a quick service. And when Samantha and I were there on Wednesday,
that was Wednesday.
The days kind of get mixed up.
Pecos Bill is a night. If you're looking for a quick service at Magic Kingdom, it has a lot of options. My goal at G3 was to not gain weight. So I had like an oatmeal in my room before I left, and I had salads every day. And I had the salad at Pecos Bill, which is basically a salad with chicken and like tomatoes and cheese.
Yeah.
But the nice thing about Pecos Bill is you can sit outside and watch the cavalcades go by. And in Magic Kingdom, the cavalcades go by fairly quickly. So I would say maybe every 10 or 15 minutes. So when you're sitting out there having your lunch, you can see a couple of the cavalcades go by while you're sitting outside. Although the meal wasn't as gourmet as it was at California Grill or some other restaurants, it was a nice spot to sit and watch the cavalcades and get something in the Magic Kingdom.
That was a fantastic quick service description. I love that. Yes, that's one of my favorites too. But I know that they've changed, the thing with the bar there that you go up and slop on everything you could possibly do. It was always fun, but I know they're not doing that right now.
That now.
I know, but it's good to know that you had a good time there.
You kind of get on your tray, you can have little containers of like the tomato, the stuff that you put in the fixing bars, they give you kind of on the side in little pre-packaged containers.
Beautiful. We did pretty good on food, guys. Is there any other kind of food or drink related things you want to mention?
I want to say something about about something they have now that they didn't have before. But if you go on my Disney Experience app, if you don't have a reservation, you can pull that up and just see what's available now. You know how usually it shows breakfast, lunch, dinner, and times. You can also click on now, and it'll show you what restaurants have availability near you.
Ooh, you mean using GPS?
Yeah, and it just shows you. And so when I was there with my husband's cousins, we were at Magic Kingdom, and I pulled up, and we were able to get into the plaza within like 30 minutes. And so we clicked on that, and then they just text you when your table's ready.
How was the plaza, Deirdre? What'd you have there?
The plaza was good. I was just looking at the pictures. Ricky had the meatloaf. It was outstanding. Debbie had the club sandwich. It was really good. And I had the Plaza Burger that had brisket on top. So, yeah, it was very good.
Oh,
and
good.
the service was great.
Judy.
It was almost, we were almost able to walk in.
About the mobile ordering, I think Disney's really streamlined and fixed the mobile ordering last year.
Yeah.
You mobile order and then you kind of stand around and wait. And now you pick your time, you pick your food, and when your food is ready, your screen turns blue and they let you in the restaurant. And I found it so much better.
Yeah.
I think they've really streamlined that. There's no standing in line. There's no waiting to pay. Yeah, there's no wandering around the restaurant looking for a table because at most of the places you can't get in until your food's ready.
Yeah. That's a technology they really got straightened out, and worked the bugs out. They got it ready for COVID. You're right, Judy. They nailed that one for now.
Particularly impressed at Docking Bay 7 when we all had kind of different mobile orders.
Yep.
But we told them, we're in a group of, I don't know how many we ended up, I think we were 10. We're in a group of 10. We all came separately, but we're together. And they sat us together. And as people came through, they said, you're with this big party? Okay, this is where
you're right, Sam. That was very impressive. They were organizing things. Yeah. That was one thing about COVID. You're right, because, it's always like really chaotic in those quick service places. Like, it's like, what was that game we played in school, Amy, with the musical chairs?
I teach math.
Oh. Do I have to calculate which chair is going to be ready when my big old butt's going to hit it? Nice. No, yeah.
I think the only place that I heard that there was really issues was at Cosmic Rays. I think
it was awful.
Wendy was saying that was terrible, that people were just, they'd eat and then just wouldn't leave.
Same old Cosmic Rays, huh?
Yep.
Judy, how was the lobster roll at the Tomorrowland Terrace, by the way?
I'm going to say it looked like a white turd.
Oh, do I have to bleep that? I don't know.
It was the most disgusting thing I have ever tried to eat. Being from New England or a transplanted person, because I'm from the Midwest, a New England lobster roll is hot on a grilled bun with butter. And you can see the pieces of lobster meat. It's not mixed with a ton of mayonnaise and I don't know what else, so that it's you just can't even tell what it is. It was the most horrible, disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Why do they got to change things? Because it's been, yes, we like the hot buttered lobster roll, and Wendy knows we had a great one at a food truck. Remember, Wendy? Yeah. When you came down to Norfolk that time? Mm-hmm. So, yes, I like that kind. Although, funny enough, at that food truck I forget, they called it a Connecticut. I forget if they changed the main one, Connecticut one.
I'll eat a lobster roll that has mayonnaise. They're good.
They were good before, right? At Columbia Harbor House.
It was like shredded lobster meat. It
looked like tuna fish.
Yeah. I can post a picture of it, and it'll look exactly like what I called it.
Well, Judy, I want to thank you on behalf of the Grand Geekin Gathering and the geeks for posting that picture and telling everyone, because I had my mobile order in for...
We did too. We did too. We all canceled it after that. She took one for the team. We all canceled it.
I took one for the team.
Tempo Cafe.
Cheers to Auntie Judy.
Yeah, I had a good flatbread over at Contempo Cafe.
Contempo Cafe was good.
That was very good. Yes.
At Tomorrowland Terrace, Lorelai went into a I need to eat mode. We just grabbed her some chicken fingers because they had them. And I got this cookie, and it was a Mickey shaped chocolate chip cookie. And the center was called a lava cookie. When you cut it open, it was all melted chocolate on the inside.
Ooh.
It was so good.
That would be good.
That is a huge one, like, too?
It was a pretty good size.
Right.
We shared it, so it was big enough for us to share.
I love that.
Well, one of my goals was to have a funnel cake for lunch. So the first day we were there, I went to Sleepy Hollow and I got my funnel cake.
All right.
They have the best funnel cakes.
The must do.
That was my lunch. Yep.
I got a bathroom, and some people want to eat a funnel cake.
The other thing we didn't mention is, and G3 planning is, there was a lot of reservations, and one of the really nice things that I don't think is coming across in the podcast is there's a lot of open reservations, and really anyone that wanted to go could go. So in the months of planning, we'd say, I have a reservation here, there, or somewhere else. And someone's like, oh, I'd be interested in that. Okay, I'll add you to my reservation. So a lot of the afternoon meals or the evening meals, we had a lot of different people, a lot of different geeks that came. So we might have had lunch like at Docking Bay where we had 10 people or 12 people, or we walked over to Contempo Cafe, there was 8 people. It was a nice mix of, I think, people always felt comfortable if they wanted to join and be in with the group thing, or if they wanted to do more family or things by themselves. And I'm not sure if that's coming across, but that was a really, Wendy, that was a really nice thing about G3 is that you could choose to join and be with a bigger group and do things or not.
Let's transition to G3. Thank you, Wendy. That was outstanding. And, you know, for me, being the unofficial leader of this crew,
you're not the unofficial leader. You're the leader.
Oh, I am? Okay.
Who's the leader of the club?
What are we doing now? I'm like, you're in charge.
He did say that a lot, right?
A lot of times, where do we go next? I don't know. Wherever you would like to go, you're in charge.
I don't know, because you guys were all in charge of something. Like Wendy was saying, the planning was so really effortless for me, because so many of you guys are leaders in the crew and did something that made this event a lot of fun and easy for everyone. And if people wanted to do it, they could. If they didn't want to do it, that's fine. So I don't know, Samantha, you did. What were some of the things that you got involved in terms of planning, and how do you think it turned out?
To Wendy's part, like, I think I'm a perfect example of last G3 I came, and I wanted to come because I listened to the podcast and felt like I would be missing. I would have FOMO. So I came, but I didn't really feel like I, knew a lot of people. So I brought friends, and then I regretted bringing friends because I felt like I should have been with everybody else. But Wendy's point, like, to this time, I felt like, and you even said, Kurt, every time I see you, you're with somebody different. You're not like in the same group. Like, and I think because we have been doing the Zooms and all that stuff, we all kind of knew each other already, and it was a lot more comfortable than it might have been in the past. So we did, I tried to coordinate reservations, and that was really it, is that we have been having planning meetings and planning and planning and planning in quotations, and not doing any actual Our solo ladies group was like, so what are we doing? Because we've had a lot of meetings and we haven't gotten a lot of plans.
We haven't got a lot accomplished.
Yep, that's true.
We just have to have the bones of the plan, guys. Don't forget.
That's what we did.
The 60-day mark. So we were like, okay, reservations need to be made. What are we doing? So I think however many of us there were in that group kind of got on a call and said, this is the reservations we're interested in making. Let's do this. And we kind of just said, okay, we'll make the max number for everybody for a few people so that other people could just kind of pop it in. So that was fun. And then Jamie and I did the Kessler run. And I say Jamie and I, and really Jamie did, and I gave my opinions.
Well, Jamie had big shoes to fill because Kessler wasn't showing up. And so that's here again, you guys stepped into something, that's one of our signature activities that was created last year. Glenn, of course, is a beloved member of our community, and you guys just stepped right in and nailed it.
Thank you. I mean, I'm really thankful that Glenn kind of had already had some plans started out for the Kessler run, and we just kind of, added on a little bit, some different ideas, because we really wanted to try to encourage rides together with the group as much as we could. But that was one of the really fun things. I think, everybody in this call right now was at the last G3, and, I went with a friend of mine, as well, kind of like Sam came with her friends. And I was only there for the weekend, and I really wanted to be I wanted to be more of a part of everything this time for sure. And it was great to get to talk to everybody on the Zoom calls and then kind of get to build on some of the relationships that, we started out with and get to know people better that maybe I didn't get to talk to at all. I don't think I really officially met Sam and Wendy the last time, but I'm glad we got to spend meals together on this trip. But we had a great time with the Kessler Run, and I don't think it was as official as it was, the last time we did it, but it was a little more loose. And I hope everybody that wanted to participate got to participate. Hopefully it'll be something that we continue to get to do in the future G3s as well. It was fun to get to continue it and kind of tweak it for what situation that we're in right now with Disney World and COVID and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we did the best we were concerned with. Where do we meet? How do we start it off? How do we do this with social distancing? And honestly, it couldn't have worked out any better than it ended up working out. And so thank you so much for doing that. Wendy had a activity that she put a lot of effort in with Selena, played a little bit of a role. So let's hear your take on that one.
So last year for G3, that Thursday night, we had a meeting at Top of the World Lounge, which is in Bay Lake Tower. Judy was there and Glenn was there, and there was a number of us. Deirdre was there. And it was really, I would say it was the kickoff of G3 last time.
Unofficial.
So I was on the unofficial. So I was thinking I would really like to do a monorail crawl and end up at Top of the World Lounge. So I said for the next G3, I would take on that responsibility. So COVID happened and Top of the World Lounge wasn't going to be opened and there was going to be no monorail to the Polynesian. So
you got obstacles.
Things were falling apart, but we were determined to have it. And luckily Selena Roll stepped in. She was such a godsend. I said, hey, do you want to meet in January for the day and plan out a monorail scavenger hunt? And we kept calling it the monorail crawl scavenger hunt, and that seemed to be too big of a name. So I said, what else can we call it? And I think Deirdre came up with the Geekin. What was it, Deirdre? The Quest for Geekin Glory?
Yeah.
The Quest for Geekin Glory.
Quest for Geekin Glory. Yeah. So it was a combination monorail crawl scavenger hunt that encompassed the contemporary, the Grand Floridian, and the Polynesian. And we started outside Magic Kingdom. Everyone got their sheet. They got their assignment, what they were supposed to do. They had to go to all three areas and come back. We started kicking it off at 2:00. They had to come back by 5:30 and hand in their sheet. And the most points won. There's prizes, basically prizes for everyone who participated. We all started off the day getting quite a few lays. So you can put those on. So in all of your pictures to show that you completed your task, you have these lays on, so it wasn't a picture from a former Disney trip. And I think everyone who participated had a lot of fun.
It was a high point of the day.
Definitely.
It was so much fun. And I think, I was with Kurt and Deirdre and Ken, and I think doing it as a team effort was really was the high point. It was more fun than going off by yourself and doing it.
I agree. I think it was nice to encourage. And you and Selena kind of encouraged us at the beginning of it's a good thing to do in pairs or in teams. So
right.
I know who were Heidi and Amanda and
Susan
all went together and they didn't make it back, but they had a great time. And then
they never made it back at 5:30, but they were still in one of the lounges, but they liked it.
They got distracted by the Meisner Lounge or
she was the first one done with the challenge.
I did it all by myself. So I wasn't finished with my drink, and Sam and Chris left the outer rim. And so I sat down with Susan and them, and then they said, I think we're just going to go drink. And I was like, I have a checklist. I am checking off this list. And so I was like, I'm leaving. So I went downstairs and I got the supercalifragilistic out of there and went all the way. And I rode the monorail to the TTC. and then got off at the TTC and walked the Polynesian and found the first cast member that I could find. And I said, I need to know where all this stuff is. It was a lifeguard. They were having a meeting around by the marina, and I walked straight through their meeting. I was like, I'm sorry, y'all. And they said, what are you doing? And I said, well, I'm on a scavenger hunt. And he said, what are you looking for? And so he takes me to all these places that I'm looking for. And then I said, okay, well, now I have to leave. And so I got lost on the way, and I went around one of the buildings like 3 times. I'm like, I have been around this building 3 times. I had already had 2 drinks in like an hour. And so I was like, okay, I'm lost. So I found the big Kahuna Man, and then I figured out that it was around by the water.
To the Grand Floridian, yeah.
Yes. Well, of course it was by the water, but I was not going by the water. I was like, why am I keep following this monorail? Well, anyway, so I got to the Grand Floridian, and then I met up with Wendy and Selena there and had a drink again.
The cast members, Amy, are just, we know they're so great. And you're bringing up, we were in the Grand Floridian, and we must have been like the 5th geek that came through there. And this cast member comes up to us and says, what are you guys doing? And they were always so helpful, right? Like they always are. And you're doing this crazy scavenger hunt. And he says to us, I didn't know we had a scavenger hunt. I said, you don't.
They were trying to be helpful, but Chris and I looking for the carousel at the Grand Floridian. 3 different cast members said, oh, it's over there. And we went over there. It's not there. So we asked somebody else, and they said, oh, it's on the 2nd floor over here. We went up there. It's not there.
Oh, you had
4 different cast members. So there's 3 or 4 different places before we finally.
Samantha, we were getting on the elevator to go downstairs at the Grand Floridian. I think Deirdre looked across the lobby and said, there it is on the other side.
That's the final cast said to us, go upstairs to the 2nd floor. It's either right there or it's on the other side. You'll see it across the way.
Was that the 5-legged goat?
No,
that was at the Contemporary.
Yeah.
Where am I? I was.
So if this sounds confusing, what it was is there were 10 things you had to do at the Contemporary, 10 things you had to do at the Polynesian, and 10 things you had to do at the Grand Floridian. You had to find different things.
Yeah.
And then when you found different things, you're supposed to take a picture of yourself to show that you have found it. So that's kind of what they're talking about, if you're wondering what these crazy people are talking about. But it was I think it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun planning it. I think everyone who participated had fun. And one of the things you got points for was stopping to have a drink at each of the locations. So hence having the drink and maybe making it a little bit more difficult to find some of the items that were on the list.
I will tell you, Wendy, at our first resort, we got our drink first. And then after that resort, we moved on to the next place. And Chris said, I think our drink should be our reward for having found all but I did all the things. I forgot the drink. That was probably good
thinking.
Good. And Wendy was very hardcore. She actually made you show her all the pictures.
Yes, she did.
Couldn't get away with just saying you did it.
Because whatever, the Grand Floridian DVC thing didn't exist. So you only got half the points for seeing where it was and not going and doing the whole scavenger hunt.
Okay, so wait a minute. So when Selena and I planned that, we didn't realize it was only being offered for a short time. We thought, oh, great, we're coming back in a month, because we were there at the end of January and G3 was mid-February. We didn't realize that was not going to be there. So we adjusted. Yeah, we adjusted.
Good fun.
And when I said, Wendy, that to my parents that I won the monorail crawl scavenger hunt, my initial reaction was, what does that mean? You drank the most?
No, actually the opposite.
I had other things to do.
So that was a big hit, Wendy. Great job that people have taught. Yeah, I mean, you learned something too. That was the fun thing. Like I remember in Grand Floridian, we had to look at the tiles and notice that there are actually characters built into the tiles. And
the Fab Five.
Fab Five. Of course, you never looked at the floor and studied these things. And there were so many great little things. There's so many spin-offs we could do this with the geeks. And if you're interested, we are patenting this scavenger hunt. So, for a small fee, we will share this with you guys. All right.
You know, we should really do one for like the boardwalk area because there's boardwalk, beach club, yacht club, Swan and Dolphin are all right there.
The Skyliner pub crawl is coming to G3.
That's right. That's the 2.0.
Exactly.
2.0 is the Skyliner one.
Perfect, guys. Well, I know these guys can hang out for a while, so I'm going to keep them going because they like hanging out together, and I know they like going late too. So I just want to I want to hear some fun stories. I've heard a little bit already, but do you have maybe a favorite story, something that was really fun from this Grand Geekin gathering? And Judy, are you ready? Do you have one?
Favorite story? Oh, I don't know.
Or do I got just anyone got one that they can?
I do. I have one. Judy, you can think. So I was staying at the beach club and we were at Hollywood Studios and it was a nice, beautiful afternoon. And I realized I wasn't going to be able to see the resort or stay at the pool any other day. And literally I was at G3 for 9 days. It was going to be my only resort afternoon. So I said, anyone who wants to come over to Beach Club after Hollywood Studios, come on over. So Samantha came over and Susan Cox came over and Judy and Kurt and Ken and Deirdre. And we had a happy hour at the Beach Club pool. So I had to schmooze a cast member to get them in because frankly, you weren't allowed to go to the Beach Club pool unless you were staying there, but that's another story. So we got there and we had wine and snacks by the pool. Then Judy and Ken and Kurt and Deirdre went off to Beach Club for the dinner reservation, and Samantha and Susan and I decided we were going to stay there and have dinner by the pool. So I have to say that was a very impromptu kind of last minute thing, and it was one of my favorite memories of G3.
Yep.
And it was the most glorious day of weather.
Oh, it's beautiful
the whole time.
It was perfect weather. Perfect.
Yeah, Wendy, that spot has special meaning to me. It's where I started my Disney World travels, and I just had a moment there, just sitting there with my good friends and the best pool on property, one of my favorite spots, one of my favorite resorts, and just soaking in sun and watching Susan drink the largest drink I've ever seen at Walt Disney World by far.
And one in that glass.
24 ounces of Mai Tai in a beach club, like margarita glass.
Yep.
Yep.
She was smiling. Funny enough.
Oh, yeah,
she was happy, very happy. No, that was, and Judy brought out her R2G3 robot.
Yes.
We played with the robots, and it was just, thank you so much for sponsoring that. And then I had my beaches and cream. I mean, what kind of afternoon? Well, how could you beat that? I got a whole year here left, but I don't know if I can beat that moment. That was pretty good.
For me, that was a fun afternoon.
Yeah.
But was it fun?
So yes, so we had to break you out of jail though, Wendy, so
yes,
you had broken several laws in Disney World, I think, during this G3. We teased you. I'm glad we bailed you out. So it was worth it.
And not standing on any furniture.
The Mexican Pavilion speech almost got you thrown out of Epcot.
I went over and made nice with a cast member after that and just explained, I'm only 5'2". I was trying to make a speech and they were fine. They were lovely.
I don't know. She was giving us that ugly mother-in-law look there.
She was, but when I went over her and talked to her afterwards, she was actually okay. I mean, that's their job. I mean, they have to.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm totally teasing.
Stay safe. So, yeah.
Anyone else have a favorite moment?
We had the Wednesday that you left, Kurt, we went over to Epcot.
It was fun after I left, huh?
Yeah.
Finally got fun.
Yeah. No, we went over to Epcot and there was nobody. It was like noon and there was literally nobody there. And we went to your pig roast place. What is it? Regal Eagle. And we had the nicest talk with a cast member there. His name was Tito. He's from Puerto Rico. And he had started with the college program and then had been hired and had gone home and now was back. We just had such a nice, we must have talked with him for 45 minutes. And then I think that's one of the neat things is getting to talk with the cast members. And it was just a gorgeous day and we were sitting outside. There was literally nobody there. We wandered around Epcot and then we ended up meeting up with Deirdre. I think we spent like the entire afternoon in the land pavilion and we did every attraction. We did Soarin' a couple of times. It was a walk on. We had a wonderful dinner at Garden Grill. It was just a really relaxing time. That was really
After
nice.
getting rid of me, you had some time to relax. I understand. I am a crazy, wild, and crazy guy.
But there weren't any geeks around.
Yes, yeah. Only a few were left.
Yeah.
We were at Magic Kingdom. Samantha and I were at Magic Kingdom that day.
Was it empty too, Wendy?
I don't think so.
No.
It wasn't empty. It was definitely quieter than it had been over the weekend.
Oh, this literally was empty. There was, I mean, the festival was gone. All the booths were all closed up.
Right.
And I mean, you could walk down the road and there was nobody. But they did still have a couple of cavalcades come through. So
I really enjoyed James. So I got to tell Jamie that, you know, I had some special moments with James. And when he finally warmed up to me after being with Samantha all the time, I was getting a little jealous. And because he is so adorable and he talks all the time and he looks for someone's hand to hold. And he was always reaching out for Samantha. But, you know, when he finally
level, it's easier for him.
Okay. But the ride on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, that picture too, that you guys shared with us. I mean, but I can remember we were getting in line. He says, he looks up at me and he says, I raise my hands on this ride. Do you raise your hands? I was like, if you're going to raise your hands, I'm going to raise my hands. And I just found that really cute. And then the picture of him and I, someone caught a picture from the tallest, biggest guy and the littlest guy.
That's adorable.
That is, I mean, I'm a little biased, but that is an adorable picture. But the Olga's Canteen, with Jamie and Myron and James, and James was sitting next to me. He's playing with his Star Wars toys. Now, normally, if it wasn't COVID, when a little kid reaches into their cup and pulls their Bobo balls out, I love Bobo balls. I would have eaten them really quickly, but I figured his mom would have been probably dropped off the podcast if I eat his Bobo balls. But no, it was just the kids, Lorelai too. I mean, Lorelai and James were a big hit, and you know, it brings the family atmosphere to me. Yeah, I just appreciated that moment.
We had a great time. I'm so appreciative for everybody being so welcoming to James, and I'm so glad we got to spend some time with Amy and Lorelai and Michael, and James had a great time with Lorelai, and you know, I don't know, he's Samantha's buddy for sure, but he definitely loves Mr. Kurt too. So we were just talking about that last night. He had to show my parents how he raises his arms up on the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So he loves that ride, and I'm glad he got to ride it with you. And I love listening to him laugh as he rides it. He loves the whole thing. So,
yes, he's a great partner. If you get a chance to ride with James, I would take him up on it on the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I hope we get more kids that come. You know, I know we often talk about adult things in terms of going to Disney World, but we definitely encourage all the little kids to come too.
This year was harder with COVID and with wearing masks, and it was a little bit more challenging to have children there, I think.
Can anybody comment on the Sunday, the big meetup? I mean, we really didn't figure out how we were going to do it logistically until like the night before. We said, okay, we're putting this in the private Facebook Messenger group, and you know, we're going to meet at Mexico Pavilion, and my gosh, it came off so well in typical Geekin fashion.
I do think it worked out really well for us to all to do the picture kind of last, and everybody kind of meet up and get to know each other and chat first, because it just gave people, especially people that were driving and taking different modes of transportation and staying at different resorts, an easy, like, I'm not stressing that I'm going to miss the picture. Like, we're all hanging out for a while. I mean, one of my favorite moments was, and I know this is her job and it's wrong, but like in that area where we ended up, they had every other table blocked off. And we tried to sit at a table that was blocked off because we're all together. And one of the cast members came over and said, "Oh, sorry, you can't sit there. We're leaving this table open for social distancing." And we said, "Oh, well, we're with this party." It was whoever was sitting down. And then
I didn't know that.
They placed it out as it has to be 6 feet from every other table around it. So the cast member said, "Yes, you're with them, but are you with them and them and them and them?" And we said, "Well, yes, we are."
I didn't know that happened.
We said, "Well, you still can't sit here."
That was pretty funny.
So we moved over to a little bit farther away table, and it was all fine because we ended up being the only people in that area. But I just got a real, like, that just spoke to how much of a family it is and how big we were and how big of a family it was. Well, are you with this person and this person? Yeah. Everybody over here, I'm with them.
Honestly, we were.
It was like after that we went to ride Figment. And how many were in the group? And we said, "I think there's 24 of us."
Right.
That person's the last person we recognized.
Yeah, their eyes got so big and they were like, "You're going to have to take 2 rides." And we're like, "That's fine. That's fine."
They did see us in every row.
They did.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Can you imagine, guys, the thing that's going through my mind, what would it worked out so well, but if we could have brought everyone that wanted to go, what's going to happen, you guys have kind of teased around the outsides of this, but Samantha talks about she went to one and then felt more comfortable the second time. This event can really grow.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of you guys and everyone that was there on how welcoming you are to people that are a single lady or coming by themselves.
Solo ladies.
Solo ladies.
Single ladies.
Not single ladies.
You're not single?
Oh, solo.
That's a subgroup. We have the single ladies subgroup and the solo ladies main group.
Oh, my apologies. I thought you guys were single ladies. I got you.
I think there's a solo ladies group trip happening in October now.
I'm teasing. That's an inside joke we've been working on for a year now.
Yes.
Yeah, but everybody's so welcoming, and it's really cool. And if it weren't for COVID, this probably would have been 100 people. So I don't know what we're going to do, but I hope we can keep the same family atmosphere and keep the same just welcoming group that we currently have.
I do have to say, because of COVID, it might have been a smaller group, but I do think that it enabled everybody to kind of be closer knit and feel more comfortable because we were stuck inside. So everybody was kind of looking for anything to do. So we communicated more ahead of time and spent more time on these Zoom calls and getting to know each other, where last year we weren't doing that. So there was a lot of people, but we didn't necessarily know each other as well. And people didn't feel quite as well with everybody else.
So one thing I want to do is I want to continue some of the Zoom calls. And then as we get together, think about those things that we can do better for next time. And, how can we make people feel comfortable that just kind of come and make them feel welcome as they join in on that G3. So I guess I'm ready to break, guys. I don't like leaving you guys.
Yeah.
Is there
Are we doing a Zoom call tomorrow, Kurt?
Yes.
What day?
I actually want to do a Zoom call. I just haven't scheduled it yet. So I will put out something out to do a Zoom call for tomorrow, and we will talk about like what can we do better for the next time.
Sounds okay.
So Wendy, you got off the hook. We didn't talk about your
car escapade.
You told that story on your episode, no, Kurt?
We'll have to get it out there somehow.
Didn't you tell
You want me to tell it right now?
All right. So, usually Disney World has the Magical Express. Now, I don't know that my trip into Orlando was It was kind of magical, but in a different way.
Not so express.
Not so express.
It was magical, but not expressly.
Not so express.
All right, let's finish off with that story, Wendy.
Okay. So I decided to rent a car. With COVID, I didn't want to take the Magical Express. I wanted to have a car at my disposal. I knew I was switching hotels, and I don't typically rent cars. My husband always rents the cars. Usually the two of us are get together and he rents a car. But I rented a car for G3. I think it was at Dollar Rental Car. So I noticed that I was landing at like 220 or 225, and Kurt was landing at like 210 or 215. And the day before I said, by the way, I'm going to be landing a little bit after you and I have a car. If you decide you don't want to take the Magical Express, I can drive you to Pop. Which I guess in hindsight, I should not have offered that, but who knew at the time? So Kurt lands, I land, we meet up at the baggage claim. We each have our bags. We go over to the rental car place. We get in line. We're in line like 20, 25, 30 minutes. There's one couple in front of us. I don't know what was going on there, but they were there a very long time.
They had a hard time.
So I get to the counter. I hand them my license, and they say, oh, you're on the do not rent list. I said, what are you talking about? I don't even rent a car. They said, oh, you're on the do not rent list. You call this number. So I go to call the number.
I'm thinking she's a terrorist or something at this point.
So I'm like, okay, so we're not going to get this resolved. I don't have a car. I said, we'll just take an Uber. But I forgot that we had already gone down the level to go in the rental car. Usually in Orlando Airport, there's a baggage claim. You go straight out the doors there and you pick up your Uber. So, but we had gone down a level for the rental car. We go straight at the doors. I called an Uber and I'm like, there's no like sign that says like ride share here. And I knew it was like something wasn't right. So we call an Uber. It says like arriving here. And I call the person, I'm like, where are you? He's like, I'm here. Where are you? So we had to go up one more level because the Uber was up there. We finally get in the car. We've got thinking to get an Uber. We're on our way. I'm a little flustered about the whole like being on the do not rent list for the car rental company. Can't figure that out. Kurt's like, we're trying to figure out our plans. And he wanted to go to Disney Springs and he had to drop his luggage up at Pop. And he's meeting Deirdre, who was at Bay Lake Tower. So I said, okay, let's streamline this. We'll go right to Bay Lake Tower. You and Deirdre can go to Disney Springs, and I will bring your luggage to Pop Century later when I come to Pedals Bar for the last planning meeting. So that's kind of what we did. So by trying to save a little time for Curtis by not taking the Magical Express, it probably took him an extra hour.
But Wendy, why are you on the do not rent list?
Okay, so it took me 5 or 6 calls, 45 to 50 minutes at a time on hold. I finally got through. In 2013, I'd rented a car from Hertz because I had an insurance claim. I had my car being repaired. They said what happened was I returned the keys, not securely. So I don't know what that means because I would have put them in the after hours drop at the airport. But I returned the keys not securely, which led to the rental car being stolen after I returned it. So that's I said
from what you thought during G3.
It is. But it was
just FYI.
It's the same time I rented, because the only time I rented the car was during the same insurance thing. And so I guess the other thing that I thought it was resolved, because I thought maybe it wasn't resolved. And that's a new thing. I said, well, is there anything I can do to fix that? And they go, nope, you're on the do not rent list. Click. And they hung up on me. So
they're in chapter 9 anyway, Wendy. I heard recently Hertz is in chapter 9, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. So anyway, that's my rental car story for the G3.
Well, geeks, this is the crowd I hang out with. This is how I travel to Walt Disney World.
We're a good group, I swear.
So if you're thinking of starting your own podcast and building...
Save him spaces in line for the Skyliner at 6:30 a.m.
That's right.
Yes.
There were some perks.
That's right.
There were some advantages.
And then the time we were in line for the Seven Dwarfs Mine train, we're moving through the line, we'd see that geek, we'd pull them in. We'd see that geek, we'd pull them in. And so I think we filled the car again by the time we got to the ride. We
went to booze.
Wendy, weren't you coming off the ride and ran right?
I came off my train, and then I was like, "Oh, you're going on again? I'll go on." And I
That's right.
under the rope and went on again with you.
Right in with us.
And we
We benefited from that too.
Absolutely.
And Deirdre bought me a lot of beer, like usual. So, guys,
Nice.
this has been total lot of fun. I love you guys dearly. Thank you so much for giving me some of your perspectives on the Grand Geekin Gathering. I hope we get to do it again sometime, shall we?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Every Wednesday night at 8:00.
Well,
We're around.
tomorrow night, 8:00 on Zoom, all right?
There you go.
Sounds good.
Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
Hi,
Good
y'all.
night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Well, that conversation went on and on. We were on the phone at least over 2 hours. And normally at the end of the show, I'll play, if you want to call them bloopers or extra chatter that the guest and I have. This time the show was close to 2 hours already. So I thought what I'd do is I'd take there's about 20 minutes of extra chatter between the ladies and me. And I put that out on my patreon.com episode. Well, it's coming out this week. The one coming out, episode 54 of what I call the Inner Circle. There will be a couple of recordings from the G3 of me with my recorder, recording live about the day's activities, a little coffee walk, as we like to call it. And then you'll hear 20 minutes of those guys, more fun and chatter, totally unscripted. So if you're interested in joining patreon.com, you'll get to hear that recording. The one last week was a coffee walk, a little bit of the Country Bears, also from the G3. So check out those bonus recordings. Go to patreon.com/Geekin on WDW. That's where you can pledge a monthly donation to our show. Thank you so much. I had 2 new ones come in this week, and we are at 59 Patreon supporters. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much that means to me, guys, that you support me through patreon.com. And I just really appreciate it. So go out to patreon.com/Geekin on WDW if you'd like to support the podcast. Well, that intro was me. Episode 01, back 7 years ago. Our birthday is April 2nd, which I believe that is this Friday. Yes, this Friday. Good Friday. It's so great. The weather's been so much better. We had some spring days. I was out on the grill doing ribs yesterday. Doing a few little projects. I washed my car. So fantastic with a little bit of warm, a little rain today, but it was beautiful yesterday. So excited for spring and Easter coming this weekend. I got to figure out what I'm doing to celebrate the 7 years. I'm going to definitely get on the mic with Lindsay. And I also want to bring, I believe, a bunch of people together to do some recordings. People that kind of represented the podcast over the last 7 years. I'm going to be off from work on Friday, so I'm thinking maybe a round table. Haven't 100% decided what I'm going to do, but we'll be celebrating 7 years of the podcast. Thank you so much. Some of you have been around the whole time, so I appreciate you guys. And if you want to do an intro, I love getting you guys involved with the podcast. Do an intro for us. It's easy to do. You create it on your mobile phone. There's lots of recording apps that you can use. It's fun. I can give you a little suggestion, a little help. Just tell us your name, where you're from, a fun Disney World fact or two about yourself, and then you go Geekin on Walt Disney World with Curtis and the whole Geekin family. Email those to me, kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. Thanks for supporting Mom and Auntie Judy, the Traveling Tiaras. You can email them at travelingtiaras@gmail.com. I think they've had some pretty good bookings over the last couple weeks. Sometimes they share it with me. I like it when a listener contacts them and they haven't even talked to me or been on the show, and I learned that they are clients of our travel agents. We appreciate you guys, even if you're experienced planners, but you'd like to help us out. We're going to help you out too. We appreciate you choosing us, and they'll take some of the load off your travel plans too if you'd like them to do that with the restaurant. Like I said, Mom was up at 6 a.m. I think it was yesterday. No, it was today. Booking somebody's ADRs. We love it when you do that. It doesn't cost you anything, and you'll have fun, I think, talking with us. We love talking to you guys. We're committed to helping you enjoy your Disney World vacation. Just reach out to me if you'd like to do a trip report. book a trip or review your plans for your trip, I'm easy to get a hold of. Kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. I love talking to you guys, and we're going to keep doing this because we have fun doing this every day. Thanks for going geeking on Walt Disney World with us. We really appreciate you listening and geeking with us every single day. We love you, geeks. Have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true.